Hello all, welcome back to the Invictus stream. My name as always is Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I am here tonight with the one, the only Ms. Jo Fallak.
I'm over here.
As well as the lovely, the talented, the kind and voluptuous Mr. Alex Guthrie.
Oh, well, hello. Thank you very much, Harlan.
And tonight...
It's nice to be here tonight.
Tonight we are back with a little game we like to call the end of the world. That's right. We're hitting it old school tonight for a little bit of classic RPG action. The end of the world is typically a game that we have used for pickup games at the last minute when everybody else drops. But tonight we thought, no. We're going to make this a full-fledged adventure from the beginning. So
well planned out.
Well-ish planned out. It's got a subtitle this time. And we know
What is it even?
Oh, it's Reunion.
Oh.
I think it's... Did I not say that? End of
You
the
did,
world,
but I
Reunion.
thought you were vamping.
Welcome. If you are watching us for the first time, this is a great place to start, probably. Tonight is going to be an 18-plus show. Alex, why don't you do the warning?
Ladies and gentlemen, please buckle your seatbelts and hold on to your hats. There will be language. There might be sexual content, though no actual sexual content, just spoken word sexual
Implied.
Did you see there may be sexual content?
Oh,
Yar.
8.
Oh, I thought you meant pirate.
And there will be language. Did I say language? I
Violence.
think I started with language.
Violence.
There's language, sexuality, violence, and language.
Drug use.
Double
possible
language.
drug use. And I don't know about you guys, but I've got a nice big drink for tonight.
Oh, I am drinking
Just
a
one
Lon milkshake
Well, now I feel
from
like
our
maybe
lovely
I
friends
should.
at Chronicle Brewery. Did you want to have a sip?
No, now I'm thinking maybe I should just open my own.
Clonicle.
Do it.
Clonicle.
All
Oh,
games-
look at that.
Yeah.
Alex is representing.
It's like my only sweater.
God, you'd think.
It's really nice to see you guys, eh?
It's good to see you, too.
And
Nice to
all
see
of
you.
you on the Discord.
Oh, yeah. Who do we
As
got? We got
always.
Colin Burkhart, Collie, Marvin Omi Doodles.
Oh my God.
James Schwartz
Everybody's
wants a
on
Zia.
Lon milkshake. Oh, Zia said
Alexi,
everyone's hair looks
Brian
so good.
and Michael.
And I was feeling
Wow.
super self-conscious about my hair.
Harlan trimmed his hair today and he looks fucking fabulous. I walked in the door
Very
and I was
nice.
like, who is that boyfriend I get to have
Joe's
come
super
home
loud
to?
and Harlan and Alex are quiet.
Deal
oh,
with it.
really?
I think you just have to bring your mic away from your face.
Yeah, right.
We're recording in a new
I'll
way.
Turn up.
No, I
turned
can
up.
do. Okay, well, let me turn. Well, whatever,
Okay.
I'll turn it up as well.
I didn't. Okay, just tell me when.
You're good.
Either you do it or I do it.
We're good.
Let's
I
not
gotcha.
both do it.
I turned you. The reason being is these are the mics that we use for recording, so I typically go right into it.
Oh yes.
I get right up on it.
Yeah, because
Oh yes.
so we're changing. Oh,
Yes, you
hello,
did hear a
baby.
Legend of Zelda reference. Look at this label. It's beautiful. Lon Lon Milkshake IPA. Delicious.
Ilolon.
Good.
This is
Good.
for Carly right here. And she doesn't drink beer, but she would for this label right here.
There ain't nothing like a milkshake.
That's
Beer.
it.
In a beer. The one that I'm drinking right now by them is Death Sphere. Which is
It's good.
Oh.
It's a good one.
It's a cherry. It's one I was drinking at the party. The family get
This
together.
bourbon is called Elijah something, and I'm just gonna call it Elijah Wood all night.
I would.
Elijah Woody Barrel bourbon.
Maybe he'll have to make a cameo.
Oh.
Yeah, so tonight 18
Shall I
plus
call him?
obviously, and we also want to remind people who are watching that we are streaming tonight in support or in support and expectation of November 7th, which is our Extra Life 24-hour live stream. Just taking a fucking phone call.
No, he's calling Elijah Wood.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah. No, we're on stream right now.
tell
Oh, you wanna say
Elijah
hi?
that I love him.
Oh, they can't. No, it's not
You
gonna
just
come
put-
through.
You put your
you're shooting
earpiece
right
up to the
now.
microphone.
Okay.
Is he
all
shooting
right.
Lord of the
Well,
Rings
take
too?
Take it easy. Nice to speak with you. I won't bug you. No.
Tell him to
It's
take the
still
load.
in Mordor.
Tell
No
him to
worries.
take the load.
Share the load.
Share the load.
Take the load?
They're saying
That's
to
a
share the
different
load.
video.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you that after, Harlan. It was quite rude. Okay, bye, Elijah.
Share the load.
Share the load.
didn't
We
think I
are,
was
of course, streaming for Extra Life. So on November 7th, we're streaming for 24 hours.
God.
However, we are collecting donations now, and we have surpassed our original goal. Share the load. And we are now going towards our second goal of $2,000, which at that point we're thinking of new rewards, which might be, I don't know, a game of 10 candles, which we were originally thinking of doing tonight.
We'll find out.
Might be one of the rewards. So who knows? But please, the link is in the description of the YouTube video that you're watching right now. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're not watching this on YouTube, fuck Twitch because it's got ads now. That's stupid. Can't believe they did that.
If you're watching this on YouTube, though, come to Discord.
Come on the Discord.
Don't chat on the YouTube video.
Don't touch it. No one looks at it there. No one is going to understand what you're saying. So
and there's friends here on Discord.
Yeah.
Be part of the group.
Many friends.
Be part of the.
Also, just remembered that new episode of Dice Stream comes out tomorrow, which Justin has yet to send me. I don't think.
Honestly, I was driving home today
Just
like,
realized
where's
that.
the episode, Justin?
Gonna message him right now.
Because I
Did you
usually
send
listen.
them the intro outros?
Yeah.
I usually
Oh,
pre-listen to the episode before it comes up so I can send any final notes. But
But I did want to mention that if you are up to date on Dice Shame, you might notice that you might be excited to know that I have a new little figure on my desk here, and it is a little goat, aptly
Steven.
named Steven.
I'm really excited for the third iteration of your animal.
They haven't seen it yet.
I know I'm not gonna spoil it, but it goes with the naming scheme.
Steven Screven.
And
But yeah, that's Steven the
Believin'.
goat who's here. But new episode hopefully coming out tomorrow, I think so. And this one's called, what do we call it?
One of us.
Alex doesn't even know.
What's it going to be called?
it's
I don't know.
called A Shadow of Oneself.
Yeah, a shadow of oneself.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
You don't even know where chronologically.
Oh. Is this going to be scary tonight, Harlan?
Yes.
Well, what am I doing here? Hold on.
Uh-oh, guys.
Oh,
When
you know what I
Alex
really
does
love
this-
about your brother?
What?
He's such a fucking ham bone.
Yeah, he's a super. See? Where is he now? Oh.
He's
You
Nice.
see me?
Now he's in the dark. Should we all go dark
Might be too dark
times?
if I do this. It's pretty dark, eh?
We need, more,
Moo guy pen.
we need candles. No, it's too dark.
I didn't do it.
His is brighter. How did he get so
That's
bright?
because it's a really bright one.
How did you get so bright?
Got
Yeah.
a bright light in my face.
No, YouTube will never have ads, at least not for our channel, but Twitch has ads now, apparently. Justin, yeah, if you're watching this, bud, make sure you send the episode.
We need the
FYI.
shit.
Because we need to post it after
We're
this.
professionals. We're real live professionals.
All right. That being said, we mentioned Extra Life. We mentioned 18 Plus. We mentioned
The Discord.
the Discord. I think we're ready to do this.
I feel
Should
like
we
I'm missing
mention
something.
Audioverse Awards?
Oh yeah, if you haven't voted, I mean, if you haven't voted, then, but
What are you doing?
me? That was
No, I mean, if you haven't voted, then what are you doing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying me. We have been nominated. Dice Shame has been nominated for the Audioverse Awards in Best New Production
Yes.
of an actual play or something, and Joe's been nominated for something as well.
Player
Best
direction.
Yeah. So
Nice.
if you have yet to
Well worth the
submit it, which I'm sure Alex has not, so I'll just say like I'm saying this to Alex, you should go to audioverseawards.net or whatever it is /vote, or find the vote link and fill out the form. It is a laborious form, I will say that.
they make you work for it. They really do.
Make you work for it. This is the funniest thing though, because most of the chat has probably voted. Alex hasn't. This is
That's not true. I
Have
did
you?
it under my other name.
Have you actually voted though? No, not
No.
nominated, but vote. I was gonna say no, you haven't.
Audio Worlds verse.
Audioverse Awards. See, people think Doran is playing a character when he like doesn't know the names and shit. This is just Alex.
Net.
But yeah, go there, vote, and you get to vote for 10 others. You have to vote for 10 in every category.
Actually, I think you only have to vote for 3.
What? Really? I voted for 10. Either way, whatever you do, make sure you vote for Dice Shame in every category, which is only 2. And then make sure you vote for our friends at Dimension Door Podcast for every category that they are nominated for.
And then pick some random people.
And then vote for our friends at Tales from Aspiran if they did get nominated. I actually don't know. I think they did, but honestly, it's just confusing. And vote for our friends at, what other podcasts do we like?
I think that's it. I think those are the only
like
podcasts.
The Flowers of St. Fleur people. Landon is a member. I don't know if his podcast got nominated, but if they did, vote for Shadows of St. Floor. And who else is cool that we like?
So just pretend like we're helping somebody who's just got to this website.
Yeah.
They're gonna go to the finalist phase.
We're talking to Alex,
drop down.
so
And we're gonna go to
you scroll
vote for
down
finalist?
and there's a button that says vote now.
Oh yes.
big button.
Audioverseawards.net.
Don't do it now, Alex, because it's gonna take like 10 minutes.
No,
Yeah,
no,
don't
it's
do
not
it now.
me. It's not for me.
It is.
I'm just helping.
You'd scroll down and you'd
You'll
write.
probably see a page that says I'm ready to vote. Take me to the ballot,
and then you press that.
and then you fill out all the
that's
information.
it.
and
So
vote
in
for the
in the field where it says your first name, you
Put
would write
ALDX.
Again, this is all just for people who haven't.
hypothetically.
Done it yet. I, of course, have because I am dedicated to my craft.
Of course.
God, so
You're
dedicated.
like, wait, what show are we? Is this Dice Sheen again? What's Malevolent? Anyway, make sure you vote for all those shows that we are nominated for, categories that we're nominated for, and then all the shows that we are friends with as well. I think that's it. Audioverse. Next 10 days to Halloween. Oh, next week I should say we have a special RPG.
Oh yeah, let's get pumped about that.
Yeah, so next week we're going to be playing a game with Joe, obviously, and myself, and James from Dimension Door.
James
and
is
Liz.
joining us on camera,
Yep.
and Liz.
And Mike from Tales from Aspirin, I believe.
So some
Nice.
podcasting buddies.
Yeah, I'm definitely counting on James and Liz. Mike seemed really interested, but I know he's also very busy, so don't get your penises all crossed looking for
How
him.
very exciting.
Yeah, and I don't know what I'm going to run
Exciting.
yet. Maybe Call of Cthulhu.
Exciting.
Maybe, I don't know. Kind of want to do a sequel to a movie like Jurassic Park 5. I guess they have that now, don't they?
Let's not do that.
Damn.
And if we
What
do,
about,
though, I'm
like-
playing Laura Dern.
Monster Squad 2.
Waterworld 3.
Oh, man. That's a you and me game for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's it. Let's get into the game, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right.
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're playing End of the World tonight. And I'm going to quickly just say the rules because Alex, I'm sure, forgets.
No, it's only for viewers.
Yeah, for viewers. Alex, listen up. So
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm not listening.
End of the World is a game that is comprised of rolling d6s, essentially. So you have a character sheet with stats numbered from 1 to 5. You have 6 categories in 3 different sort of subsets, which is like combat or physical, I should say, logic or mental, I should say, and social. Within these categories, again, for the physical, we have dexterity and vitality. For the mental, we have logic and willpower. And for the social, we have charisma and empathy. And both Joe and Alex have given themselves, on a scale of 1 to 5, their true-to-life stats. So what they think best represents their characters. So for
TTL
example,
stats.
yeah, for example, Alex, what is your real-life dexterity?
My real life dexterity is a 3 out of 5.
Which is good. So that means if he was rolling any dexterity check in this game, he's going to roll a d6. If he gets under 3, he succeeds. It's that easy. However, with this game, I will give them d6s as a negative when they're doing things that could possibly have negative repercussions, i.e. if Alex is trying to hold a door closed against something. Might be more vitality, but for argument's sake, we'll say it's dexterity. And if I say, okay, but there's something evil on the other side of that door, you're also going to roll a negative die. If that negative die stays there, he's going to get a wound. The only way that the negative die will disappear after rolling is if it matches one of the positive die numbers. So essentially, you'll have a pool of a few positive die and a few negative die. And at the end of it, after you cancel out similar dies, is if there's positive left, you're good and you've succeeded. So you'll see it as it comes on. Beyond that, they also have features. And each one of these categories, physical, mental, and social, they have a positive and a negative feature, which is, again, true to themselves. For example, Joe, what is your positive and negative mental feature?
I have a science background as my positive feature, and I have a bad sense of direction as my negative feature.
Perfect. So these will also be added as ways to narratively influence the die pools as well. So for example, if Joe is stumbling through a city at night trying to find her way, besides just rolling a positive die for doing it, I'm also now going to assign a negative die because of her feature being that she's bad with direction. So again, all of it sort of runs out from that. Beyond that, you start with whatever is in your pockets in the game, which is typically how this runs. However, for tonight, we're going on a little bit of a journey. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the End of the World Reunion. Dice Shame has made it big. While at least the feeling is about as close as we have ever had, when an email enters our inbox asking us to meet for an exciting opportunity. After much back and forth and a great deal of indecision, we, as a group, discussed that, well, despite the vague nature of the request, the promise outlined in the email, one of a potential animated series, meant that following up would be the best thing for us. The email introduced us to one Erica Myers from the Hathorne area in Danvers, Massachusetts. A woman who, by all accounts, was serious.
Serious enough.
Well, she managed many popular shows, including Critical Role, but the catch was she needed to meet us in person. Frustrating. The idea to fly, especially with COVID on everyone's mind, was uncomfortable to say the least. So when Alex suggested that we just drive down there, it became clear to us that it was the best option. Unfortunately, Rob and Justin just couldn't take the time off work to make it functional. But my brother Alex, Joe, and myself all loaded up in probably Alex's Subaru and headed out onto the road. Right, guys?
That's right. And so, you know, we did that. We did just that.
I wish that Alex had brought something to eat for the road other than just fucking sesame seed beef jerky.
And cans of beans.
I brought a lot more. There's a whole bag of sunflower seeds back there. Like
it's just a bag of sunflower seeds. You were supposed to bring the food, sandwiches, meats.
A vegetable.
I told you guys. I brought a vegetable. Sunflower seeds are a vegetable.
Well,
the 8-hour drive.
Guys? It's not my problem. I'm supplying the vehicle. I know I said I was going to bring food, but you guys could have taken the initiative. I mean, there might be an old pizza box in the back.
We assigned
check
it
out the
to
trunk.
you because
just
you
lean back,
asked.
check out
You
the
said,
trunk.
guys, what can I help out with? We said, bring the food.
Oh, fair enough.
God, you're like dad.
I do remember you saying that. I just didn't think that you meant like food for the whole trip. I thought you meant like bring food for
yourself.
My breakfast this
you
morning.
You only ever think of yourself. The 8-hour drive would take us through New York, and it was a goal of ours to visit as many broodlings along the way as possible. We stopped off at the Webbers. Even Mike Fazio managed to grab lunch with us.
Fazio! Weebers! What's going on?
Webbers. It wasn't until we tried to follow up with a new broodling named Catherine Cradle that we realized we may have strayed a bit too far off our path. Catherine, or Cat's Cradle as her screen name on Discord claimed, insisted that just a short drive south of the highway to the town of Sandusfield, Mass. would be well worth it. She claimed to own a small bed and breakfast. She'd be happy to put us up for the night. She even shared pictures of the establishment, pictures that we all eagerly shared as we continued towards that destination. But as we rounded another dirt road, the darkness outside our car thick and all-consuming, we each felt that we had made the wrong call. And as if to accent the point, the glowing fuel light on the dash dinged its final ding as the car rolls to a stop. Joe, Alex, and myself, along with all of our stuff, were stranded in the dark woods in southern Massachusetts.
Guys, I don't even know how this happened. I have never let this car go below a quarter.
For fuck's sake.
It's been foggy. I'm sorry. I've been concentrating on the road. I've been watching for deer.
Okay, just calm down.
It is not my problem.
What time is it? It's
I guess it is my problem.
It's like almost 8:45.
I don't even remember the last time I saw a gas station.
It is 8:33 p.m.
Do they even sell gasoline in America?
Yes, Joe. Leaded gasoline.
All right.
It was really potholy, but
all right, plan.
So I wasn't driving too slow.
As we look out past
fast.
the windows, we see the surrounding trees. We're sort of on this lone dirt road. Again, the blackness is just all present, and the two headlights cut stark contrast to the darkness out in front of us. You see the gravelly road, the potholes before us, and sort of nervously we eye each other. Well,
I am not getting out of the car. It's foggy and dark. Like, well, I guess
What do you mean not getting into the car? What do you want to do?
I'm kidding. Obviously, I'll get out of the car, but it's foggy and dark. I'm just saying, it's like eerie outside.
We know it's foggy and dark. We can see it.
He's been narrating everything that has happened to him for the past
life
5
is not
hours.
A fucking RPG. God.
Oh my God! Says Mr. RPG over here, talking about like and narrating exactly the
And
entire road down.
As you point your thumb over to us.
All right, guys. I know
he's doing it right
you guys
now.
are kind of at each other's throats right now. It's
Okay.
been a long day. I'm just gonna crack this Red Bull, and I just need a little bit of Joe fuel, and then we'll figure this all out.
You know,
Crack
I just
Red.
wish that maybe I had paid attention when we stopped at the Weber's.
No,
You know?
well, that was a few hours ago now.
But like,
Look,
I know it was a few hours ago, but
Do we have a map?
yeah, and I pull
right
up
when
my
we
phone.
left the Weber's,
I pull up my
I would have
phone,
noticed that I have very little fuel left.
and the bright light well, the thing was, and I don't blame you, Alex, because we didn't think we would be looking this far. She gave us very clear directions, and I pull up the chat, the Discord chat, this name Cat's Cradle. It has no picture, just sort of a series of back and forth conversations between the two of us. And again, we made a public post on the Discord, said, hey, we're going through this area, who wants to stop and say hi? And this person was very insistent. They sent pictures of their bed and breakfast, very bright, very colorful. And I guess I kind of feel stupid now. I mean, here's where it should be, and I zoom into the map and sort of zoom back out, but there's nothing here.
Well, hold on. The GPS doesn't have us on that map, does it?
What do you mean?
Well, okay, remember back there, we had a disagreement. You said go left, and I said go right. I went right because it, like left looked like it was going into the river.
Yeah.
So I went right. That was like probably 25 minutes ago.
Okay. So you think
Well,
we
I'm
just
just
made a
saying-
wrong turn?
Possibly. I mean,
Okay, regardless of whether we made a wrong turn or not, we don't have any gas right now.
No.
right. So the question is, do we get out and continue down this road to find this bed and breakfast in the middle of the forest, or do we go back? Just walk. We could probably walk back. It'd probably take us 3-4 hours to get to the nearest, like,
And you
where
want
we
to
got
walk
off the highway.
out there. And as we sort of each look outside again, you know, the car now shut off, the headlights turned off for the time being. You see us on this dark country road. There's very little to no light pollution obscuring the blanket of stars high above us. And between the tall strands of grass on the other side of ditches on the road, you see them swaying slowly in the breeze. It just gives this almost abyssal feel to the blackness that stretches beyond. You want to walk out there?
Oh, I was just joking. It's like, obviously, it's just dark. Like, come on. It's not that scary. It's just dark. Like, guys, you've never been out in the woods in the dark before?
I'm not afraid.
No. I'm just
No,
more
neither
thinking,
am
what
I.
do we want to do with all the stuff? What do we want to do with the car?
That's true. We
You just
don't
wanna
leave
leave your
the
car here?
car by its. I
Well-
mean, we can just lock the car,
It's a stick shift. We just push it to the side of the road.
and it's not going to get
Yeah.
stolen because nobody knows how to drive stick.
Okay, but the idea being
These
that
days.
if we're going back to the bed and breakfast, do we want to bring our bags? Like, we had to think this through. Like,
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
the...
Fair
yeah,
enough.
okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Or, I mean, okay, let's say that it was a wrong turn. Let's say it was a left, or it was a right when we made a left. Maybe we just go there, get the car, ask them to drive us back here.
So, do we want to split? Like, should I go forward and see if there is a place down there? You guys stay here, or do you guys all want to go, or do you want to go back to that crossroad? Mind you, that crossroad, like I was saying, the road was bumpy. I was going pretty slow, but it felt like it was honestly
A
like an
while
hour
back.
ago.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No, that's
guys.
No, we're
I
all...
gotta feel stupid now.
I'm feeling stupid too because,
Like, had we been using Google Maps, but like, there's no reception here, anyways.
well, not only
Do
that,
you guys have reception?
very little. We had, we stopped at the
not
Weber's, we
even
stopped
getting
at the
a GPS
Fazio, but we didn't actually think. I didn't really do that much research into this person. I mean, this bed and breakfast. I mean, what if we go back
didn't?
and it's not even there?
No, it looks nice. We saw pictures.
Yeah, but what is to say that those pictures were from the bed and breakfast? Anyone can Google pictures.
You think we're being catfished right now?
I don't know. I figured we would be there by now.
I mean, like I'm not here to point fingers, Harlan.
I know.
I forgot lunch. I forgot food. But you didn't even
I know.
cross-reference the bed and breakfast
up. I was excited. I honestly thought in my mind it would be a small deviation from the road. We would swing south, stop on. I mean, I didn't picture we'd be driving through backwoods. You know what I mean? Like
fair enough.
There was a point. I'll say this: there was a point when we kept going and we didn't see it immediately that I probably should have been like, let's just forget this. Yeah. But that's as far as I am. So here are our options. I agree. We can stay here and wait till morning. We can walk one way. We can walk back and hope, or we can split up. Honestly, I'm out of the decision-making process.
Well, okay, it's like 20 to 9. There's no food in the car, except for however many sunflower seeds are left in that bag.
4.
Well, I called 2 because they were my sunflower seeds. So you guys could have one of the
Put it this way,
4.
I really don't want to sleep in this car tonight.
No,
please.
I'd vote for not sleeping in the car. I suggest.
Okay, but what are the other options? What if there's no bed and breakfast?
Let's walk back. I think we should all walk back together.
So you think we should walk back, Joe?
I think we should all walk back together. The only other option I can think of is we all hang out by the car until some other traffic comes by, and maybe someone who's a local knows where there's a closer, gas station. Maybe we can pay someone to siphon off some gas.
Yeah.
I was just talking
about like a tow truck or something. Can we not just call?
I don't know any tow truck
I don't have
companies.
any signal here.
No.
Like
All
my
right.
GPS thing isn't even popping up. I don't know.
Maybe let's just wait. Maybe let's wait and we'll see if someone comes along in 10 minutes.
Does this
It'll
thing
be
even work?
Farmer Tobias from down the road, and he'll have some fuel that he can sell us.
Let me put it this way. What if, like, we can't see any lights, but it isn't yet quite fall. There's still leaves on the trees. What if that bed and breakfast is just down the road and just around that corner?
You think we just happened
eats at me.
to run out of gas right before we got there?
Like, literally, could you imagine how pissed off you'd be? Like, remember that story you're telling me, Harlan, when you guys went camping and you walked halfway across the freaking campground to find water?
The water
and then you realized it was behind the lake.
Then let's do this. Why don't we go for a walk? Keep the car in eyesight.
Sure.
With the intention that if it's just down the road, we can come back to the car and grab our stuff.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay.
I unbuckle, grab my purse.
Yeah. As you open the door, that familiar dong, 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 like just sort of permeates from the car and dissipates into this darkness around us. You feel the biting cold of the October frost as you step out, and immediately you are in a different world. The safety of the car, the shell of it, felt like home for the longest hours of this day, and now you feel like you are swimming on a sea as you step out sort of next to me, and I'm like, okay, yeah, which way do you want to go, Alex? Forward or back?
Well, my vote's for forward, because, like, again, if we just walk till the car is just out of sight or just in sight, then at least we'll know. It'll settle my curiosity that the bed and breakfast is not right there, because I have a feeling it's right there.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
You guys cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we start walking. Again, foot by foot, the crunch of gravel underneath us is off-putting, but at the same time, there's a comfort that comes as your eyes adjust to the darkness, sort of a one with nature as the stars above begin to illuminate your path, and as the trees canopy above us, it tends to cut off the stars as we continue down this almost swamp-like road. Despite the ground being dry, we start to feel like we are entering into something.
I'm trying to take it easy, I'm trying not to feel too spooked out. I think I'm doing some stretches, some like deep lunges as we're walking, trying to get a laugh out of Harlan a little bit, but also we just been cooped up in a car for like 8 hours, so I'm sore. Just walking
I
down the
agree.
road.
It's kind of nice to stretch my legs, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of digging this. It's like a nice night. It's cool. And I've never been in a Massachusetts forest before. And
That's
like
true.
This is kind of reminding me of like Lovecraftian shit. And I mean,
Don't say fuck.
I'm not I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to scare anybody.
And I get scared, okay? Guys,
You don't get scared. You're not scared, are you, Harlan?
Yeah, of course I'm scared.
What are you scared of?
What's the fallback here? If something goes wrong, what do we do? There's no exit strategy.
What do you think is going to go wrong?
We wait until
I don't know.
morning.
Someone's going to pull up a pickup truck full of rednecks, and they're going to flirt with your brother.
They're gonna say, squeal like a pig, boy.
Ignorant farmers.
We'll just run really fast into the forest. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
As the three of us continue along, the woods begin to feel alive. There's movement on the cusp of every tree line as wind blows tall reeds. And for a moment, you feel like your eyes play tricks on you. The space between the trees almost seems like fireflies, if not for beady yellow eyes that seem to blink on command. You brush it from your minds, of course, the two of you, trying to lean into the excited nature of this, but you question whether what you just saw were eyes staring back or imagining things. And then suddenly, something runs past your eye line, from one side of the road to the other.
Jesus, what was that?
What do you mean? I wasn't looking. What the fuck happened?
There was Did you see that, Alex? There's like
You're
a possum
fucking
or
with me.
something. No. I saw it, I swear. It was just
Like
ran
across the road?
super fast, like a beast. Just zzz. You didn't see that?
No.
It's like, I think it's a possum.
You think so?
You
Was it
couldn't
small
see
like
it.
that?
No, it was larger. It looked to be maybe 5 feet tall.
I mean, I think it was a possum.
You think it was a possum?
Yeah, really,
see it,
really big
Harlan?
one.
No, I was looking behind us. Can we go back to the car now?
Well, just like the car's still in sight. We're like just about to go out of sight. Let's just
I pull out
follow
my
this
phone
a little bit more.
and I turn on the flashlight and I shine it at the darkness on either side of the road.
You're killing my eyesight, Joe. I can't
Look
stand
away.
that when
Just
people do
don't
that.
look at.
Okay.
And I'm just shining it where I saw the shape. It went somewhere over there.
As you flash the light over the trees and the tall grass, you sort of pan slowly, and sort of each of us try to decipher any faces between the reeds. And while nothing tends to cling to mind, almost certainly as you pass a row of tight, tall grass, you see something move away from the front. And as you bring your light back, you get the eerie impression as you see the grass moving, the absolute truth that something was just staring at us from the other side of these reeds.
Okay, I did see that.
What the
there
fuck
was
was that?
something.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just go back to the car.
I'm
Thanks.
like
Sorry.
holding
Sorry.
your arm now, Harlan, like
Yeah.
too hard. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus. There's something.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
We start briskly walking back to the car. I'm shooting looks over my shoulder.
Yeah, I'm in the rear.
Trying
I'm
to
just
catch
kinda, like,
something.
watching.
And as we
behind me
sort of skip and walk back to the car, sort of each trying not to run, but obviously with a heated movement, I'm desperately trying not to look back. As we come back to the car and sort of step inside, Alex, give me a logic roll. Just a straight up and down.
So, do I roll the number of logic that I have? So if I have 4, I'm
So
gonna
you roll
four
1d6 and you have to get under 4.
Oh, okay, right. I've got a 2.
Perfect. You get into the passenger's or the driver's seat as you open the door, the light from the car spilling down to see a flat tire.
Guys, you are not even gonna believe me. I've got a flat tire here. It's just the driver's side front.
It is. And as I pull up my phone to check, I look down at the passenger side tire. This one's flat too.
Bullshit. It wasn't like that when we left. You weren't driving on flats, Alex.
No, I wasn't. What is going on here? I pull out my phone and I inspect the driver's side front tire. Do I see anything of obvious damage?
You see a very distinct cut in the tire.
Guys, just get into the car.
I flash my light to the
gotta
back
figure this out.
tire to see that on the passenger side it is also flat, and very panicked get into the front passenger seat.
I
I get in
quickly,
and lock the door.
before I hop into the back seat, use my phone flashlight to cast around on the dirt beside the car, off the shoulder of the road, past where it gets gravelly. I want to see if there are any footprints.
Sure, give me a logic roll.
All right, I will. I fail.
Yeah, you don't see anything. Come on, Joe, get in. Get in.
I hop in.
Just get in the car.
What do we do now?
The fuck? Somebody
Bad to
slashed
worse.
my tires. Like, guys, this is getting to be.
Who could it have been? We didn't see a car. Nothing came past us.
Doesn't that seem the
It
most
must have been-
fucked up of all?
That must have been somebody in the woods, some fucked up hillbilly.
Shut
Okay,
up.
Okay, guys,
Well, like, what else is
hold
there
on.
to
Just
explain?
take a breath for a second. So, regardless, we know that whatever the fuck just slashed these tires knows where this car is. It knows where we are.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound like a fucking conspiratorial whatever, but I think
Oh, you're not. Don't worry.
I'm thinking that the only sense is to move right now. Because
How?
well, whatever wanted us to not go anywhere slit our tires so that we were stuck here. I think we should
Well-
fucking either bolt or move very quickly back the way we came. Because what are our other options? We either stand here for a few moments before
At least
whatever
we're
the
in, like, you
to
know how
what
much,
end? A brick and that's it. Oh fuck. Maybe you should just start like honking the horn.
No, don't honk
That's
the
a
horn.
good idea.
No, because then they'll know that we came back here and that we're here.
I think they're
Well,
probably fucking.
I think
Do you think we're being watched right now?
I put the key in the ignition and turned the ignition on. Is there electricity at least?
Yeah.
So the
And
headlights.
as you turn the headlights on, you just catch the tail end, Alex, of a figure again crossing the road, leaving the light. Except you catch from the spindly, sort of spiny flesh back down to its pink toes, the entire sort of pale skin torso of a naked creature. Again, it's sort of bony flesh, human-like, except its spine, almost as if it's starved, sort of sticks out in not very large, but sort of thick discs, as if it was starved. And it just sort of walks out of frame. You don't catch a sight of it above the neck.
I scream. What do
I
we
just
do?
turn the lights back off.
What do we do? What do we do?
We move.
Okay,
We move now.
Joe, lean into the trunk. There is,
Mm-hmm.
and just pull up the bottom of the trunk. There's like a crowbar and
I'm
a
like
tire
scrabbling
iron.
at the upholstery looking for the latch. Where?
Okay, there's no crowbar. I lied. There's no crowbar. There's a tire iron.
Okay.
Grab
and
that.
So I grab this tire iron.
So it's like this little piece of aluminum.
Do you have
pretty
anything else?
Harlan, in your seat, there's like an umbrella behind it.
I grab it.
Fuck.
Oh, and then I've got this like emergency window breaking seatbelt cutting thing, but the seatbelt cutting thing is quite sharp, so I grab that from the glove compartment.
Okay.
I've also got one of these. I got a few cutty things in the
Okay,
glove
let's-
compartment, but they're
let's-
small and shitty.
Let's go because
Let's go. Let's go.
whatever it
Guys,
whatever it
I don't
is-
want to get out of the car.
Okay,
I'm
but-
sorry, but
Okay, but think about this. It knows we are here. You just turned on the lights. How protective is this fucking? Oh, fuck.
like, have you ever tried to punch a window or crack a window?
The
Like,
thing
you need
didn't
a
look
lot of
like it had
force.
clothes on.
It cut the tires, guys.
Yeah, but you can't get through a window with a knife.
Do you think we can outrun it?
We don't even
I don't
know
even want to
what
think about
it is.
running. What if we just talk to them? Whoever, like, maybe it's just a hungry old guy.
Crazy person.
Okay, but then why did they slit our tires? Why not just take what was in the car?
But the car was locked. Was the car locked?
Yeah.
Did you check around in the back seat?
Oh, you've already been in the back seat. There's nothing there. Right?
Is there anything missing?
No, nothing that I don't know.
Still sunflower
No, you don't
seeds?
see anything missing.
There's only
So
2
it's not
sunflower
time to
seeds
joke.
left. He stole 2 sunflowers.
Let's
Go. Let's
move.
go.
I think if we stay here, we have no option. We're basically with our back against a wall.
Fine.
Okay. We run back the way that we came.
Yes. So are we
step
just going to
out-
get out and run?
Yeah, let's just think about this. Do you want to run, or do we want to just walk quickly with our backs together, or look? Let's most likely, let's just take this real fucking slow. It's probably some fucking kids playing a weird prank. Okay, hold on.
It's not really much of a prank if they
Okay.
like slash our tires. It'd be
Yes.
different if our car was egged.
It's a fucked up prank, but let's just for a second take this step by step. We were told to come here through a Discord message, okay? The amount of people that have sent me hate messages over the years, this might just be somebody who really wants to fucking piss us off. So they put on some...
Fair enough.
So they stripped down whatever, they slit our... Yeah, they're being shitty, but we're not talking about... So
I don't know. That was really creepy.
I agree.
just saw, guys.
But
I'm
let's
like,
just say, okay, fuck you, bud. If you're gonna fuck with us, we're just gonna walk back to town. Like, fuck you then. Like,
fine.
if we sit here in this car, they win.
You're right. Let's just walk, head tall, and go.
Yeah.
Okay. On 3, we
You
get out
okay,
of the
babe?
car.
Yeah, I'm just scared.
It's okay.
I'm scared too.
All right.
Okay.
1,
2,
2, 3.
3.
And we open the
Bing,
doors.
bing, bing, clunk.
And yeah, again, stepping out into the chill October air, this time with much more sweat.
Can we
from
just
you.
do this and I link Harlan's arm with mine?
Yeah.
And Joe links Harlan's arm with hers.
Yeah.
And we walk like fucking
And
Wizard
I'm
of Oz
eyeing the fucking sides of the road, either side.
I'm just focusing down the road because I don't want to look into the darkness, to be quite frankly.
Yeah, that's fair. And I'm looking around. Joe, what are you doing?
I'm going to sing a little song to bolster my confidence.
Okay, but hold on. If maybe we want to be quiet. Maybe we don't want them to know that we're walking this direction.
Okay.
I say as you start to sing.
I start to sing and you're like, shut up. I'm like,
The
gonna
sun will
sing.
come. Shh. And we start walking down. 5 seconds. 10
And maybe instead
seconds.
of singing, I do say I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. We know you're out there, but
Yeah.
like fuck you guys because that's really brutal. I can't believe you slashed my tires.
Yeah, I'd be on that actually too. Kind of become more threatening. Be like, yo, you want to go? Fuck you. Come at us. I fucking dare you.
but quietly in case.
Well, you make a good point actually. Maybe I'm being wrong. Sing, baby. If you want to sing, you sing because this is how I
Yeah.
get my group.
Yeah, let's show them that we're not scared.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of all.
And
Fuckity
he
fuck.
is the
Fuck,
wizard, he
fuck,
was,
fuck,
the
fuck,
whoever
fuck,
was, there was. If ever,
Whatever
whoever was, there was, the wizard of Oz.
We're Canadians, yo. You want to see how Canadians do it?
Fuck you, Wizard of Oz.
Fuck you, Wizard
Because of the
of
wonderful
Oz.
things he does.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Ra-da-da-da-da-da.
We're
The
off
singing
to
actually
I
see-
takes my
start
mind
skimming
off
a little. I start skipping a little bit down the gravel road, and like
Yeah.
gravel is like skittering off the road to the side.
Yeah, and at the climax of the song, you hear a blood-curdling scream. Just this high-pitched, almost female scream cuts through the night air as the three of us stop and immediately turn our attention behind us, sort of off to the left a little bit where it came from. Let's keep moving.
That's when I feel the little sharp blade in my pocket, and I'm like,
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
Just move.
Okay, let's run.
Let's keep going.
Let's run.
yeah,
Let's
alright,
run.
Okay.
And we start skipping a little bit this time. Fuck.
Jogging. We're
These guys are-
jogging.
yeah.
These guys are assholes.
Quick walk.
What is their issue? Like this is
Fucking
brutal.
Americans.
This is not even nice.
And only a few moments later, off to the left, we see the faint glow of a light coming
There.
from a farmhouse.
Oh.
There.
Okay.
There.
Okay. Okay.
That's it. Come on.
We're good.
We-
I say we just dash
Yep.
with our heads held high.
Okay, but that's
Let's
a full
go.
movement if we dash. I joke.
Yeah.
And we hop over the
Yeah.
trench sort of to the other side and
The
start.
trench?
Well, there's like sort of a ditch
ditch.
on either
Okay.
side, you know.
gonna say,
And
did,
we
like-
don't even wait for the road. I'm
using my
starting-
actions and my movement all at once. I'm joking now with the indie.
Yeah, and
This
we
is good.
move
This is
into
good.
this field,
Light.
and you see as we
Light.
sort of move towards the field, the light is just above this corn, and we could continue along the road and go to the driveway, or we could just.
I
cut
do
through the
not want to cut through the corn.
field. Okay, or do you want to
Really?
continue going along the road? We don't know where the driveway is. Like we could be kitty corner to this thing. It could be another 5 minutes that way.
You
all
don't know what's
taller
in the
than the
corn.
corn.
Harlan, there's something fucking chasing us. I
Okay.
don't want to go through the corn.
What if the entryway to this farm isn't until the other side of the road? Like, look how far away it is, and you see it's, maybe 2 football fields away. What if the driveway is on the other side of this maybe square lot?
I don't care. I don't want to go.
You want to keep walking on the road?
Jogging or running.
Okay, fuck.
Alex, are you going to go in the spooky corn?
Are you going to go quicker to the place, or...
Honestly, Joe, think about it like this. Yeah, the corn may be spooky, but we're hiding in the corn just as much as whatever else is hiding in the corn. It's just as hard for something to find us in corn as the police
Yeah.
are to find us in the corn.
Baby,
Fuck it.
You know?
don't have time.
Okay,
I say
fine.
we just like stone's throw. We're just right the crow flies. Just go straight there. We can all
Perfect.
kind of hop up and see above the corn.
Exactly.
Just
go.
hold Harlan's hand. Let's go.
We start running through the corn, holding
Yeah,
hands.
Just like whipping
Like children of
past
the
us.
corn. I joke and I keep going.
And in a straight line, we continue moving through the corn. And as we're moving through, we hear that scream again, cutting through. This time it sounds closer. What the fuck is that? And
Fucking hell.
we move.
I just keep
and
getting
move.
hit in the face with corn husks.
Yeah. Some of it's like rotten too. Like,
Ew.
there's,
Ew.
like, a little bit of like wet, rotted, moldy.
It's like cow
in your
corn,
face.
guys. This is shit. This
Yeah.
is the shit corn.
Keep moving.
This isn't
Alex,
even
give me
good.
a logic roll to navigate.
2 again out of 4.
Nice. Yeah. Alex leading us takes us on a direct path.
Of course I do. You're
Corn
carrying Big
seed.
Brother.
And we keep moving.
I'm
through.
hopping up and making sure that we're following towards the light.
Yeah. And as we break through the corn, we see that there is a farmstead, a dim porch light, and a long drive leading the opposite way. We kind of come out at the back of the farm. Oh, fuck. Thank God.
Brag about it later. Let's go.
And we run towards the farm.
Does this farm look anything like the photos that we'd seen?
No.
Okay,
This
so
is
different
like
place
a
probably.
Very simple brown wood building with a 2-story simple roof. There's a large red faded barn off to the side. There are no cars in the drive.
But the light that we saw, is it lights that are on inside the home or?
So as we break through the corn, we see lights inside the home and sort of some like lights that are around the lot. There's sort of a long light on the pole near the barn.
Right. And I think the first thing that I would do is rush to the front door of this
Yeah.
this country house and start banging on it.
Yep.
Um
Trip up the stairs.
hello?
You run up to the porch and turn, and as you bang on the door, you hear just the echo of the thuds inside, but no answer.
Help! Help! Please help us!
Joe, I don't know if it's that like. I mean, I realize that someone slashed the tires on our cars, but like that could have been
And
a
there's
wolf.
something chasing us through the fucking fields.
Could have been
Like
a
we don't
wolf.
know that, but like,
Alex, God damn it!
Don't scream help. We're not actually in danger.
And I try the door, and it's
Right?
open. I'm like,
We're not
oh,
breaking
let's
into
go
this
in.
home.
No,
Just
that's
go in.
awkward.
Just go in. Just
We're
go in. Just go in.
Canadians.
And I push you guys in.
What?
I'm like behind you, and I push you in.
Okay.
Hello.
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 Close the door,
Is
lock
anybody in
it.
here? Yeah. And then there's a bang, and the screen door closes
Yeah, just like the
outside.
I don't see any.
Are the lights on in here?
Yeah.
Are there any shoes by the front door? Any coats?
No, but as you look down, you do notice that the carpet that seems to occupy a lot of this sort of front hall
Ugh.
is deeply stained with red.
Oh shit! Fresh?
Yes.
What is?
Fuck.
The carpet is stained red.
There's like
I
lines of, it's sort of like a 70s textured carpet, you know. You can see there's like big color marks of like mauve and stuff like that. And it almost sort of looks like it's part of the pattern before we step on it and feel sort of the slight squish of blood within the carpet. And it sort of runs off to the side around this sort of short hallway.
I reach down and I touch it. Is it wet?
Yes, it is.
Oh
it warm?
no.
It is not warm.
Is it clotted?
Yes.
Oh.
So it's blood, and it's fresh, and it looks like there's a lot of it.
I look around for a phone.
We're not the only
there
ones who are in trouble here.
No, someone's got to call. Maybe this person cut their leg really bad, and like an artery, and it just spilled out, and they went to the hospital. That would make sense why the door's unlocked and there's no cars in the driveway.
Okay, well,
Right?
if they're alive,
maybe that's what we heard too, screaming.
if they're alive right now, they really need our help. So I start to follow this blood trail.
Okay.
Into the house?
Mm-hmm.
Or like there's a trail in the house?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. Harlan, just stay close. I mean, like there's
Yeah.
obviously there's a reasonable explanation for all of it.
I'm walking quickly. I'm trying to take in all my surroundings, but this is a dire situation now.
Yeah, and as you walk slowly looking around, you see there's sort of like embers in the fireplace. The couch and the chairs around it look well worn. The kitchen sort of has food prep still out. And as you move over this sort of streak of blood towards the back, you hear the floorboards creak beneath your feet. You can hear your heart pounding in your ears as you turn the corner and see that the blood streak runs straight into the bedroom, the door only slightly ajar.
That's creepy.
And mosquitoes outside.
Are you guys still following me?
Yeah, of course.
As I'm following you, I'm looking around the house. Like as we're walking, I'm looking around for something better to hit with.
Good
than
call.
This little blade in my pocket.
Give me a logic roll.
This is the United States of America. People have baseball bats.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Another 2 of 4. Like this
Perfect.
is 3 2s in a
Well,
row.
you're definitely gonna get whatever weapon you want. A shovel.
You said that
bat.
there's a fireplace. How about a fireplace poker?
Perfect.
Done.
There's a poker.
So I grab a poker from beside the
Upgraded.
fireplace.
Bloop, bloop.
And as Alex is exchanging his weapon for a better one,
Well, sorry, I was going to say his logic roll actually gave him not the weapon, but you notice as you're sort of glancing around, Alex, there's a photo on the table of a man and a woman. Just sort of like, they're both sort of, late 40s, maybe early 50s. She has short
One holding a
gray
pitchfork and the other
hair.
one's bald with a set of glasses.
I wish. And you sort of get the impression based on that and a few other photos that these are the people that live here. Continue, Joe.
as Alex is exchanging his weapon in the living room, I'm nudging the bedroom door open with my hip and looking inside.
You hear the slow creak, the groan of the metal on the wood. It echoes as the door swings open and just dunk, dunk against the back wall. The first thing you see is obviously a large amount of blood strewn about the floor and on the bed, but also the large chunks of broken glass that sit laying out upon the floor. You see a large bay window from this bedroom that is broken outwards towards the cornfield, and footprints in the blood.
Is there anyone in the room?
Not that you can
Alive
see.
or dead?
No, not that you can see.
So whatever it was took their bloody self out the window?
I have no idea.
But there's footprints going out the window? The fuck is
There's
going on here?
footprints below the window. I don't know. I mean, I guess.
And the window's open?
It's broken.
You said
Like,
there's
it's a
chunks of
large
glass inside?
Yeah, but not so much so that it would indicate one way or the other. Like
Just
it
like
very well
chunks
could. I mean, let's do a logic roll.
Let's do one.
And we walk up and sort of I eye the room nervously and stand
I
next
fail.
to
A broken window.
Is that window? Is that even a window? And I'll do.
Sure it's not
I'll
the back
do
door?
one, too.
I didn't know the windows
Joe.
even break.
I got a 1. So
Oh,
I
man.
sort of,
Nice.
lick the glass. Yeah.
Ew.
And it looks like very clearly that this window is broken from the inside out. Meaning something from inside here jumped out.
So someone was attacked in the front hall, was dragged to the bedroom, massacred here, and then all evidence of that was dragged out through the broken window.
I don't think so. It doesn't look like they were attacked in the front hall.
How did the blood get in the front hall?
I don't know. And you can give me a logic roll if you want, guys. You can aid yourself or whatever.
I mean, I
Guys,
have
this is
science
fucked up.
background. Can I science my way
Sure,
out of
give me
this?
2. It's sort of like the same thing.
I succeed.
What it looks like is the bedroom is where it started, and someone got damaged, and maybe someone exited through the window, and the other person left through the front door.
Mm.
In fact, as you say it, I sort of walk back to the front door, and there's blood on the inside handle.
Ew. Okay.
I'm trying to think of if this reminds me of any movies with my Hollywood syndrome. So maybe I'll roll something with that in mind. Is this scene reminiscent of anything I've seen in movies?
I don't know. You don't need to roll for it. You tell me. Is it?
3 of 4. I was hoping that you might tell me because it's not.
That
ringing
your
any
your
bells.
character is smarter
It's
than
you.
your you.
Yeah. How is your character smarter than you if it's you? The question is, you're in this moment. Do
I
you?
know. It doesn't.
You know.
I was hoping you might just slip up, Harlan, and be like, "Oh yeah, haven't you seen like?"
So
Remember that scene in?
not only were our tires slashed and we're being stalked by something through the darkness of rural Massachusetts, but we've also stumbled upon obviously what is a crime scene.
Did you say there was a phone?
That's what I'm curious.
Let's take a
Looking
look
around, so yeah, I go to the kitchen because usually there's a phone in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
People,
Well,
Yeah.
people
talk
love
truck.
kitchen phones.
Yeah, and you find a phone.
Yeah, picking it up. Do I hear dial tone?
You do.
I dial 911.
Perfect.
Beep beep beep.
Doot, 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 doot. And it goes to a voicemail. If this is an emergency, please call your local law enforcement.
What the fuck do they use here for 911?
What?
No, they do use 911, but like it's just busy.
I hang up
They're on break.
and then pick up and try again. 911.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You try over and
I
over
hang
again.
up. I pick up and I dial 0.
Okay, yeah, you get the operator.
I want to hear
Operator.
this.
Hello, how can I help you?
Oh, hi. Listen, I'm trying to dial 911 here. It's kind of an emergency. Oh, well, it is an emergency. That's why I was dialing 911. But it's going to voicemail, and we're somewhere in rural Massachusetts.
Yeah, and you sort of have
Can
a
you
back
connect
and
me with a
forth,
bigger-
and they let you know that they try as well, but that the number is just overwhelmed with calls.
Oh, well, that's good. Hey guys, the police station, the local emergency, they're overwhelmed with calls. Yeah, operator, you still there?
Yeah,
Ask them what's happening.
Is there something happening that we're unaware of?
not, and I have no idea. I'm from a call center in California. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Call center in California. Do me a favor, man. Can you Google like the nearest do you know where I'm calling from? Can you see where I'm
You
calling
said
from?
you were Massachusetts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me find out. www.google.com.
AskJeeves.com.
And he's
He's
like,
searching Google.
oh my God, holy fuck. And the line gets cut.
What?
Are
Why?
you fucking kidding me? I hang up the phone and I pick it up again.
Yeah, there's no dial tone.
Oh my god, guys, you're not even gonna believe this. There's no fucking dial tone anymore.
What?
Right before I hung up, the operator said, "Oh my god, holy fuck, you're in Massachusetts." And then the line went dead.
And as you're standing there, you hear boom, boom, boom from the floor above.
Okay, guys, I think we should go to the basement, because if there's like something going on major here, maybe we could just hide in the basement. Like, I'm thinking maybe there's a hurricane, and maybe it's just like rocks and shit that slash our tires. Like,
I
mean, it's not
grab
windy or
a
anything.
you
butcher
hear
knife
movement
out of the
again.
knife block.
It's sort of like stepping, like heavy.
We gotta go now. Quiet.
Where?
Yeah.
To the basement?
No.
Is there a basement?
No, let's
Oh,
not go to
you
the
wanna
basement.
leave?
We're gonna stuck in the basement. Let's go to the
Okay.
back door. Ready?
When we approached the building, was there like a barn?
Yes.
Okay, guys, I think we should go to the barn.
Hurry.
Okay. So where do we actually
quickly
front door?
move through the back door of the kitchen towards the back door. And all these old farmhouses have like wraparound porches and
Let's
shit.
just go.
So we like go
Yeah.
to the back door. We open it
Kitchen door.
quietly.
And as we're standing there, just sort of listening, you hear this like, and we all share a look and run for the back door as you hear this like,
Slam the door behind us.
yeah, smash.
Yeah.
And as we do, you hear this shower of breaking glass, this, and we turn around to
Holy
see
shit.
this creature leaping from the second story window.
Jesus
What
Christ.
the-
It
fuck?
falls down. Its pale skin sort of sits tight against its bony flesh. It has long, almost like webbed fingers, but webbed at the base. Long nails. Its eyes are black like a shark's, and its ears are sort of pointed. It sort of moves like an animal side to side, and as it screeches, you see its fangs, almost like a vampire. It screeches into the night air, and as it does, we see rustling from the corn, and two more similar creatures step out and eye towards us.
It's like close up on my face. It's just like, run!
And we do. And I bolt
Yeah.
into the fucking cornfield.
No, Harlan, no. You can't do that.
Are you serious?
You wouldn't do that. You
Oh,
would
yeah.
stay with
Serious? I run to the barn.
me. I have to follow Alex to the barn because it's stupid to run into the cornfield.
Perfect. Yeah. And
my God,
you
what
guys
is he
run
doing?
to the barn. The three of them turning towards you and not towards me because they can't follow me in the cornfield. And I'll live. And the three of you clearly in eyesight, they run after. So you guys run towards the barn.
Yeah.
And like we get to the barn, and I slide the big barn doors open and slam them shut behind me. And I'm like, up, and we climb up into the hay loft.
Yeah,
right?
and there's a pitchfork there.
Yeah,
there's
there
a
is.
pitchfork
As you
and lots of
climb up.
hay. I'm like, hide in the hay, hide in the hay, hide in the hay. And like, I just like throw my body in, dive in.
Perfect.
Just like dig deep,
Also
deep.
me. We're burrowing
I'm
in the
being
hay.
Yeah, I'm being a lot more loud than I actually am because there's a child sleeping in my house.
right. And as you climb up, you hear like these creatures like clawing and thudding from the outside, and you hear the crack of wood as the downstairs door breaks, and that same screech.
And I'm crying. There's like snot
night.
bubbling out of my nose. Like, Harlan. But like quietly. Trying to stay.
Joe, quiet.
Yeah.
And as you sort of breathe, you hear the creatures move about. You hear them sort of moving throughout the bottom of this barn.
Exactly. It's like Blair Witch plus Jurassic Park.
Why don't you both give me a vitality roll with negatives?
What? Why?
Because you're trying to stay quiet.
What about a stabbing with a pitchfork roll?
I mean, you can attack if you definitely want to.
No, I don't.
I'll roll a vitality.
I mean, if
roll.
you can justify it another way, what would be the most stealth? I guess maybe dexterity. It's not
I'm
really an
thinking
offensive
dexterity
stat, but you know what?
for
Hey,
me.
I'm happy. I want you to succeed. If you guys want to do dexterity,
Stealth
let's
is
do
a dex
dexterity.
roll, not a con roll.
What's that?
Stealth is a dex roll, not a con roll.
Okay, perfect. So let's do a dexterity roll. Let's just do straight up and down. Positives.
I would argue I have a negative because I'm crying because you left me.
No, I don't think that's not a feature detriment. I'm not going to punish you for it.
Okay.
So I got a 3 out of 3.
I got a 1 out of
Nice.
3.
So you both
I
succeed.
aced it.
So you're
Oh, man.
lying in the hay, and
We're
see,
holding hands. I'm like,
and this creature, you kind of see through the slits of hay. It's like, and you see it close, and it looks very vampire bat. It's sort of got angular features.
Nostradamus.
Yeah, but more animalistic.
Nosferatu, not Nostradamus.
I can predict the future. In a very
The scariest monster of all.
Yeah, it's sort of got slitted nose, like a bat. It's
What does
very
it smell like? Does it smell like blood and?
No, you know what it smells like? It sort of smells like insides, like newborn, like fetal.
Yeah, it does sound like Falmers, Brianna and Michael.
Yeah,
said.
a little bit, but much more
Pink.
well, the fangs. See, as it opens its mouth, it has very distinct fangs, which makes you think of a vampire.
Gross. Nostradamus.
What, Alex?
I just googled it.
What Nostradamus?
French astrologer.
I know.
Yeah,
No,
and he predicted the future.
Or people think he did. Anyway.
Well, I mean, that's what the claim.
Gross. Okay, so
Yeah,
there's
and
one
he's-
of us
and-
on top of us in the hay.
Yeah, and then as you succeed, it sort of looks around and then sort of slinks off, and you sort of hear them moving outside the barn for a while. And I think time kind of moves a little bit slow. I think you guys lie there for 10, 20 minutes, and
I don't hear any telltale screams of my beloved out in the cornfield
no,
being
in fact,
murdered.
after about 25 minutes, when you guys feel pretty comfortable that these things have gone, your phone buzzes.
Oh man.
I look at it.
Reception again.
Bleep.
And it's one bar, and it's me.
What do you say?
Hey, are you guys okay? Can you talk?
I snicker because we're in the hay. Tell him, hey, we're in the hay.
HAY though.
Lulz.
I text you back and I say, we're in the barn. We're safe for now. Where are you?
And then your phone rings.
No, it's on silent. It always is.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But I call you.
And I answer and I said,
Hey,
where are you?
what the fuck happened, guys?
What?
I ran, but you guys weren't there.
Yeah, we're in the barn.
Okay.
Where are you?
Are you safe?
I mean, for now.
I think I found somewhere safe.
Where are you?
On the other side of the field. It actually gets pretty, I don't know, suburban. I ran past a few houses, but I think I'm at an old hotel or something.
Are there creatures there?
No, none where I can see. I'm just outside the fence.
But Alex said that the dispatcher in California said that they're all over Massachusetts.
Well, I don't think you're going to be able to live in a barn, but this place looks pretty good. I'm looking at it. There's a wrought iron fence. It's all sealed off.
Okay, can you tell your brother how to get there? Because I don't, you know me.
Yeah.
And then I pass the phone to you, Alex.
And Alex, you just hear a fart in the phone as I fart. I'm like,
Yeah, that's
Hey, bud.
that's funny.
no, I'm like, listen.
upside down.
I ran on the other side of the cornfield. There's a ditch, and then it's woods for I don't know how many miles. I just kept running, or how many minutes I just kept running. But then beyond that, it hits a paved road, and on the other side of the road, there's a small empty parking lot, and then there's this hotel. The lights are still on, but it's surrounded by a wrought iron fence that's locked.
Have you climbed over it?
No, I was waiting for you guys. I honestly thought you were behind me until I fucking turned around.
Oh my god, we're hiding in the hay.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's why you guys laughed when I said, "Hey." Okay, I get it.
Yeah. So where we came in, that was east west, or did you go back out that direction, or more south?
Where you
Where the
saw me
rest of the
bolt,
field
I
is.
ran as the crow flies straight. I ran straight out that direction.
So just straight, there's a ditch, and then keep going past the ditch, and there's
Yeah.
paved road and a hotel,
Yeah.
a motel.
I'll start heading back so that I can
Like, is
kind of
it
meet you guys.
Is it like
No, it's like a hotel. It's I don't know, 10
Oh,
stories.
Is it like a hotel or a motel or a Holiday Inn?
hotel. Just move, guys. Come on. I think I can hear something. And I hang up.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Alright,
so you know where we're going?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
just follow me. But what happens if we get down there and there's those things? I think I think I'll go first, and I'll just like scooch down, and then if the pathway is clear, then I'll call you and you come
You're
down.
gonna do the old scooch and scout.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I like slowly climb out of the hay, looking around me very carefully, very stealthily.
Your eyes sort of readjusting to the dark of the barn.
Yeah, I'm for some reason I'm thinking the lights are bright and on, but like no, it's pitch black.
Pitch black.
We're in a
in fact,
fucking barn.
You just see the starlight pouring in through the broken door that these creatures made when they entered, and as you sort of peer around,
climb down this ladder.
Yeah,
it's a completely vertical ladder.
Exactly.
It's not like on an angle or anything.
And you sort of creep to the broken door and you look out and you don't see anything.
Okay, Joe, come down.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Don't
climb
slide.
down.
It's splintery. The ladder's splintery.
And as you reach the bottom, Joe, and you begin heading towards Alex, who's just at the door, I sort of have this idea of Alex looking back at you, and sort of in the back, dark, tall corner of the barn, Alex, you just see these yellow eyes open, and upside down, this creature that's been hanging sort of claws its way right side
fucking
up
hanging out
and falls as you see sort of Joe's reaction to your confused face as this thing just falls behind her and you both hear it. And it screeches once again.
I turn around and I
Just
stab
run.
it with the pitchfork.
Oh no, it's like 20 feet away from you.
I throw the no, just kidding.
And it screeches as the two of you run.
We run. We just fucking run.
Yeah, give me dexterity
Maybe
rolls.
as Joe's running towards me, I throw that like it's not hot. I throw the fire poker like a spear. I
But
whip
then you
it
don't
at
have
it.
a poker.
Okay, cool. Give me a
do still have
dexterity
it.
roll with a positive because you have a weapon.
I mean, then you won't have it.
No, you
then I
but-
won't. Yeah, at this point I'm just running.
Yeah, okay.
Alex says no.
I rolled this. It was on this dragon die.
Oh, what number is
That's
that?
a
So
6 probably.
No, the 6 is. I think that's a 1.
Then it's a
It is
1.
Okay, so
God, I
1
hate
and
being
2,
able to dice like that.
Yeah,
both
me
are
too.
successes.
Good. So yeah,
Yes.
you pierced this thing. Tell us how it happened. You don't
Oh,
kill it,
I like.
you heard it.
I'm like, Joe, it's behind you. Run past me, and I like
I
whip
run.
this thing, and I look at it first. I'm like, yeah, and I just whip it, and of course it's like straight as an arrow, and it just flies and just
Yeah, and it
spirals.
rails into the thing's chest as it screeches into the night. The sound just assaulting your ears as the two of you turn and run. Great job, Alex. Good throw. Good attack.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job. So I have a pitchfork and a knife.
Oh,
I thrust the knife into Alex's hands as we run.
Amazing. Yeah, and the two of you begin running in the direction.
thrust the knife into my hands.
Yeah, I just stab you right in the chest with it.
And because you sort of delayed the creature, it's actually not pursuing you as the two of you enter in the
we
cornfield.
run. We run.
Perfect.
Yeah, you,
Follow me.
You
Yep.
run as the corn sort of whips past your
Alex
face.
is like 2 feet ahead of me running, and I'm just like to his flank and just behind.
Oh yeah, you
And
can
I'm fair.
feel
I
you're
like-
sort of sweating and
Glancing over my shoulder, making sure you're still behind me, and making sure I'm not losing you because that's who I am.
yeah. And as you are about to break the cornfield, you sort of turn over to Joe and you turn back to see me, like right in front of you. I'm like, oh fuck,
Jesus.
come on, I came back. Come on, hurry.
Jesus. Okay,
And
okay,
I
okay.
lead you guys
I fucking
across.
I threw I threw a poker at and it stabbed it.
And I'm like pumped for
triggering
you
my
and
word.
also like shut up, and I keep moving and we
Yeah.
cross and you see on the other side of this short wood this hotel, and I immediately run up to the wrought iron fence and sort of get down to boost one of you over.
I permit myself to be boosted.
Yeah, Joe, and I launch you over. Give me a dexterity to climb roll.
All right, here we go. That's a 1.
Nice. You land on the other side with ease.
Wow.
I do a flip.
Harlan, I'm gonna boost you.
Yeah,
because
definitely. I'm the worst.
My
at
climbing
this.
skills are.
Yeah. You know me. I'm maneuverable. Ah!
I'm gonna try to like help you up over the fence, but I can't reach. So
gonna need
I'm.
it. Because I failed my first roll.
Did you?
But you have help.
Yeah, so I'll roll again, I guess.
And I'm gonna roll to help you, I guess.
No, he just adds a dice.
Oh, right. Okay,
I failed
good.
both times. I'm like,
Oh, no.
I would make it over if I had
You
to.
would.
Also, I'm like an NPC, so it's not really that important. So, yeah, I make
So
it
you
over.
did?
And as I climb over the other side, the first crack of thunder sort of sounds out over the land.
Oh, maybe it is just a hurricane, guys.
And immediately,
No way, I
we're
pierced
already
the
sort of... Did you say maybe it is a hurricane as you just just attack
Yeah.
the creature?
Immediately forgets what's going on.
I'm like-
I
I'm
have
like-
no
It's a
idea.
hurricane in human form, huh?
What's it called? What's it called when you like believe things on purpose just to forget how terrible it actually is?
Lying to yourself.
That's
It's called
pretty
being a
much it.
Republican. Just kidding. And just
Oh!
kidding.
My
And,
camera's not pulling, by the way.
Mike, your camera's not? Mm-hmm. Try again.
Oh! Now it did. Never mind.
Oh, it is.
And I boost you over, and we pull you over as the final crack of thunder sounds, and we see on the other side of the road as lightning sort of illuminates the road, 4 of those creatures sort of
Jesus.
just standing.
Is one of them got a fucking poker through its side?
No, that one's not to be seen. And as
Good.
we're in the parking lot,
There's at least 5 of
Come on,
them.
I start running towards the door.
Yeah.
We
So I have the
run.
knife, and you have the pitchfork,
Yep,
Joe, and
yep.
Harlan.
Has nothing but my own.
Oh
wits.
god, I fucking hoped that you'd found like a Remington, like and this time by yourself.
No, are you kidding? I ran here and then hid. We run towards the large hotel. Again, it sits multiple stories high. And as we get to it, we see that it's sort of an older building. It's got 2 thick wood doors. And it's sort of got this classic hotel vibe as we sort of pour in to the front steps and open the door. On the floor by the front door is actually a chain. It's sort of sitting loose, and there's not many cars in the parking lot.
A chain is sitting on the floor by the front door,
Yeah.
like a padlock type chain.
Yes.
Interesting.
Pick it up, and I chain the handles of the front door shut.
What do you? Well, is there a padlock?
You mean once we're inside?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's a padlock.
Oh, are we not inside yet?
That we don't
Well,
know the
then we go
combination
inside.
to?
Yeah. So we head inside, and then you
So-
turn around, you chain the door shut, and you lock it.
I don't lock it. I put the padlock on, but don't click it. You know what I
Good.
mean?
Yeah.
So that like you can't pull it, but you don't have to be
Gotcha.
locked in.
Perfect. We enter the lobby of this large hotel.
I
And
call
it
that
doesn't
the
look-
back shed lock. you know?
It doesn't look abandoned per se, but it definitely looks a little worse for wear.
It's like
There's-
Art Deco.
Yeah, there's no one around, and the lights, which are on, flicker as the storm begins to rage outside.
Oh,
You
this
hear the
is
distinct-
great, guys. Now
You
we're
hear
in
the
a
distinct
creepy-ass hotel.
pitter-patter of rain on the wooden door, just as a thud from the creatures outside and sort of a scratch.
Is this a glass door or like?
No,
Wood.
this is like a wooden door. You
we can't
it.
see through it. Okay.
There's a large stair that rises up through the middle of the lobby, and it heads up to a big set of double doors at the top of the stairs that lead to maybe a ballroom. And yeah, we're standing there. There's to the left, there is a large sort of front desk with a cutout hole leading to sort of a back, almost like a coat room area. There's an office off to the right and doors leading off of this hall. And then there's suitcases, baggage, all sort of strewn around the lobby.
Open or neatly piled?
Both. Some of them are neatly piled and a few are sort of cracked open.
I want to look at the cracked open suitcases.
I
I quickly kick one with my foot so that it like spins across the floor like spewing its contents.
Yeah, and there's just clothes out on the floor.
Do they look old-fashioned clothes? Is this luggage like from the 70s or
No.
modern?
No.
I like start opening some of the ones that aren't even half open,
Yeah, it's
Start
just
going through.
people's clothes. Modern.
rifling through.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go behind the desk. Run
anything
behind the
nice?
desk.
Yeah, start looting. You hear like a crack of thunder again outside. And the lights sort of flicker as you do.
How many stories is this hotel? Would you say?
Probably 9 or 10.
Oh wow.
Really? Eh? Okay. So like a legit hotel.
Yeah, it's like in one of those old-fashioned like haunted hotels, with like It's sort of tall, slender figure.
I run behind the front desk and I pick up the phone.
Yeah, it's dead.
It's dead too. Okay.
You
Guys,
slam
what
it
in the
down.
actual fuck is going on here? First
Yes,
of all,
thank you. What in the actual fuck?
First of all, like our tires are slashed. Next thing you know, there's like, what? They were like bat people, like vampires, actual vampires. Harlan, we were in the barn, and fucking, we were like about to come meet you.
This thing
is
fell
before I
from the
steer it.
ceiling, right
Yeah,
behind
it was like
me.
hanging from the ceiling.
Alex
Beady yellow
stabbed
eyes.
it with a fireplace poker. Are you okay?
Harlan?
Harlan.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just listening.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. Are these things smart enough to slash our tires? Like, what is going on here?
I mean, you said they were like vampires.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It was something like that.
How do we kill these things?
Don't tell me you know something.
No,
Oh.
fuck. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how the fuck? Like, where are we? Why is there such a huge hotel in the middle of?
And that's when I see
nowhere?
the Gauss book sitting on the counter there, and I flip through it. And what's the most recent like entry?
Yeah, it's like sort of start of September. It's like 2 months ago, maybe.
Oh.
And it just sort of peters out. There's a few sign-ins, and then there's just nobody else.
Huh.
Are all the keys like hanging
I was
from
just about
hooks
to ask
behind the front desk?
Most of them, like a lot of them, are missing.
Guys.
I start taking like I take like
Yeah.
8 of them.
Yeah. Let's just like go to the top story. We'll take the stairs. That way we won't have to worry about electricity. And we'll just like hide out. Because really, what kind of creature is going to come in and be able to find us? They couldn't.
No, but you make a great point, Alex, earlier when you said these creatures are smart enough to slash our tires.
Yeah.
Maybe if they're trying to hunt us, you know, like I can hear them on the other side of the door right now.
Yeah. So like if we go
It's a
upstairs
temporary
and, like,
solution
hide.
at best.
You've taken like 8 keys. If
Yeah.
they can even read, they're still going to be wondering, okay, and I take
It'll
all
buy
the
us some
keys.
time.
I take all the keys off the
Okay,
wall.
but hold
and
on. It'll buy us some time for what?
For help
till
to
the
get
morning
here.
at least.
Okay, but hold on. When was the last entry into this?
September.
Okay, so the beginning of September. That's almost 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So
And I like gesture
like-
widely behind us. What are all these suitcases doing here?
maybe someone's going to check out.
No. Where the fuck is everybody here?
I don't know. Do you know?
No, but what I'm saying is, doesn't this seem like a really weird place to hole up if there's no reason for this hotel to be empty? Like, it looks like look, and I walk over and like kick another piece of luggage, and I'm like, it looks like people disappeared here or didn't get to leave.
Okay, so there's nobody around, so
That just it feels far fetched.
guys, I just like I get what you're saying, Harlan. There might be people here. I just want to hold up. Like I don't want to like go adventuring.
What
this
I'm
is
saying
not Dungeons
is-
and Dragons. This is real life.
What I'm saying is maybe the idea of holding up here is the bad idea, because clearly
This was your idea.
not holding up here. I didn't know that when we came here, it would have been that people hadn't been here for 2 months, and that the last people here clearly didn't get out of this place.
You don't know that.
Okay, there's like got to be a coat room or something. Americans have guns all over the place. What are we even doing? And I start like looking through drawers and stuff for like emergency rifles. Like, don't these places always have a shotgun right underneath the counter here? And I like reach under the counter where there should be a shotgun hanging.
It's just a lot
Yeah,
of
and you
old
find a
chewed gum.
broom.
I feel like
A shot broom.
I feel the
This is a shot
the
put
hooks.
ball.
Just
feel
a
the
giant
hooks where there
dildo.
should be a shotgun. And there is just a fucking broom.
A lot of anal beads.
No, you know what you find? A pair of sunglasses, a jar of jam, an egg beater, a whistle, and a can of whipped cream.
That's everything you're gonna need.
I
Right
stick a
there.
can of whipped cream up my ass and I start whistling and spraying and dancing around.
Alex, save it for later.
You've won the game.
The door bangs again.
Oh no.
Okay.
Let's look around. Maybe we can find some
Okay,
information.
you did mention a coat room, right? Or an office. You
Yeah,
mentioned an office.
let's go.
We go into the office.
Yeah, and we go into the office again.
I tried the light. Is the light working?
Yeah, all the lights are working at the moment. They seem to flicker with each crack of thunder, which, again, seems to be the rain beating a bit harder now. But yeah, we enter the office.
What is in there?
It seems pretty straightforward. The back room has papers strewn about. It is a bit messy. But there's a computer system and, recent amenities. There's a bunch of keys at the back of the door.
More keys, hey?
I wiggle the mouse of the computer system. Is it on?
Yeah, it is.
You gonna start hacking?
Is there internet?
I'm in.
Shadowrun.
Hacker man.
Google.com. Guys, I'm in.
No, unfortunately, it is password protected and legitimately, unless you know how to hack it. You can give me a logic roll. Maybe you can guess.
I try PASSWRD.
Let's see. If it's a natural one, I'll give it to you.
Nope.
Yeah.
Natural 6.
Did you try it where the O is a 0?
And the S's are dollar signs? I'll try that one.
Good. That's good. That's
That's
next
pretty
level.
That one's a 1.
No, I was a one-time deal. It locks you out.
I look at the top few sheets of paper on the desk.
Yeah, they're just bills from
Okay, this is
September.
bullshit. What are we doing in here?
I don't know.
There's got to be like a closet or something. I check out the closet.
Yeah.
Or an
there's-
armoire.
Sure.
Any guns?
I mean, there's a weapon, nothing gun-like, but any weapon you want.
Where are all these guns? All of our American friends are always saying, there's guns. There's got to be a gun stash. Well, there's got to be a gun stash. Here's a gun stash. Is there
Hey.
any hollow sounding floorboards?
Hold on. Hey, look at this. And behind the door, I point to this keyboard, like a board of keys. Look, and I point, and under a taped, it says garage, and 2 down, there's a car key.
Aha.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Nice.
I pick them up and I throw them to you, Harlan.
I mean, I'm pointing at them.
I know, but I
You throw them this far to my hand, which would be actually very hard. And I'm like,
Here, Harlan.
okay, yeah. All right.
it's like I'm considering taking it and then I think better of it.
Oh,
And then I pretend like I was always going to give it to him.
Yeah. Okay. We can do this. And again, the lights flicker as another crack of thunder comes. Okay, so we have a potential way out. It looks like it's like an airport transport vehicle or something like that. It must have been for shuttling people.
Perfect. A shuttle, if you will. But is there a underground garage?
I assume
Or is
so.
it just the side of the building?
I don't know. I didn't see one coming in. I did see some ramps leading down.
I leave the office and I start to kind of scout out the main floor, looking, opening the
There
doors.
must be
Yeah,
on
give
the
me a logic roll.
there must be a floor plan by a fire hose station.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. There's
I rolled a
few
1.
Floor plans. Nice. Yeah, you scout around, Alex. What are you looking for specifically?
I'm opening doors, looking for that one door that opens to the concrete hallway that would be obviously leading to the garage area.
Yeah, and you
you open it, you get a smell of a fume.
Yeah. Well, it's not a fume, but you definitely open a door that leads to the concrete, hallway that leads down. And as you do, and Joe sort of finds the map and she's like, "Oh, hey, this is..." The power cuts out and you're bathed in the red glow of the stone hallway. Just
Emergency lights come on.
exactly. You hear that sort of crack of thunder.
Okay, let's go, guys. We don't have much time.
And you hear again the banging on the door.
Okay, let's get out of here. Let's that door's chained shut, as we go into the garage area, I slam that door. And no, I drag a chair in with
I was
us.
just gonna say we drag a
Nice.
chair and we prop it up underneath the
Yeah.
fucking yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
so we're jamming ourselves into the garage.
Perfect. So we begin descending the sort of concrete column. We're our eyes are sort of just black, and the redness of these emergency lights just sort of bathe everybody in a really uncomfortable glow. We can barely see each other as we sort of move farther and farther down towards the basement. And there's this warmth that permeates from the below floors, a very odd sense of comfort as we sort of pass this hallway, and there's a hanging sign that says generator room sort of off, and then at the end of this hallway that we're already on says like garage. Come on, let's keep going.
We do.
As we move down towards the garage, we open the garage door, and there's sort of this warmth again, this smell. It's almost like fungal. It smells rotten. The floor here is really uneven in the garage, and the painted spots are sort of all shifted slightly. But we see this shuttle, this van, this large white van sort of parked, 100 feet from the cage door to the exit.
So it's not even like a concrete floor. This is like wooden board floors.
No, it is. It's a concrete floor, but it looks like maybe there was an earthquake or something.
Weird.
I'm getting a bad feeling about this place.
And I press the boop, boop, and like in the darkness, just those lights. Guys, that's it.
What kind of car is it? What kind of vehicle?
It's like a large white van.
It's like, it must be a Dodge.
Like a prison transport.
Dodge
yeah.
2500.
Sure, Alex.
Is it airbrushed on the side?
Yeah, it's airbrushed with fucking like a chick with her
Wolves.
tits shooting rainbows.
Well, look,
And a
look at the
galaxy.
keys. And I pick up the key, and there's like the Ram
Yeah, it's a Dodge.
symbol.
But the ram is tits and they're shooting rainbows.
Some like
It's the tit rainbow edition.
Smart
That's
ass
right.
No, but it's like a shuttle for, for people coming to the hotel.
Good. I cautiously approach the van.
Yeah, and as we do, I go to unlock it, and you hear the, and then I'm like, "Fuck! Wait a minute, guys! Look!" And the exit, which is sort of the steep ramp out, is sealed by this like security
cage.
And I like
Okay.
kiss you, Harlan. Mwah. And I say, I'm going to go take a look. You guys stay here.
Okay. Well, let's just all go take a
Okay.
look.
No, but that was more dramatic. Okay, yeah, let's all go then.
No,
Well,
shut up.
no,
it's more dramatic.
I will stay.
No, she
you guys
kissed me
go
already.
take a
But
look.
she kissed me. You know what? You two go take a look. I'll stay because she already
Fine.
kissed me.
Okay, but
No, I'm gonna start this car. I'm gonna make sure this thing works.
okay.
Okay. Well,
So I
but
get
We
I
go.
jump in the I jump in the driver's seat.
do we want to do that? What if that draws, attention?
Starting the car?
Well, I don't know. Fine.
Well, we
fair
got to
enough.
start at some point.
You already did the boop boop.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
All right.
Joe,
Okay,
as you
so
walk
I-
over the security cage, you see that it's got an easy open shut panel on the right,
Okay. I open it up.
and nothing happens.
What do you mean?
You see that it needs power.
No, I meant like the cage for the open and shut.
Oh
part.
yeah, like the little door.
Yeah,
But,
like I
you
open
flip the
that up.
switch and it needs power to like open.
And I follow like the cord like you do in a video game to like the wall where it's not plugged in.
No, it's just like, the place.
the fact that the
power.
building doesn't have any power.
It's like a conduit that goes like down the side of
I
the
try-
wall and then into the concrete wall.
Yeah. I try to lift the cage.
It doesn't budge. It's actually like engaged, locked to with power.
How sturdy does this cage look?
Oh, they're designed not to be rammed. There's no way we're getting out without that thing open. And Alex, as you turn the key, the car starts, and you see it's got a full tank.
Oh man. And I get out while it's running and I look at all the 4 tires
They're all fine.
and I turn the lights on inside the cabin and I look in the
And
back
there's a
of the-
vampire behind you.
There's a full bag of sunflower seeds ready to go.
But it's like empty.
Okay,
Wow.
turn off
So
the
I turn
car.
off the car.
Yeah.
Jinx.
And I come back over and I'm like, we're not getting in that way.
What do you mean?
Power's off. This thing's secure and it's not
Well,
going
look,
up.
the lights were flickering when the lightning hit. Other than that, it was fine. Maybe just a breaker got tripped, and we passed the generator room.
Okay, let's go back.
Yeah. I'm actually looking to look around the basement more. Like oftentimes there's mechanicals down here. Is there any more to this basement, or is it just like this?
Yeah, it's
square
actually pretty
garage?
big. And there's a few like offshoots. Joe and I start heading back towards a generator room.
Maybe I just take a jog around, and I'm using my cell phone to kind of like flash my light around.
Yeah.
Like,
as you jog around, and Joe and I continue back to the generator room, we begin moving towards what?
Alex.
just
Doing stupid shit with his flashlight.
yeah, okay, no.
Good scene setting. Alex, you begin jogging around, and Joe and I head towards this generator room. Joe, as we begin towards the generator room, this smell, this musty fungal sort of sod smell, begins to become more present.
What is that?
This
Do you
is
smell
back
it?
upstairs?
I don't know. No, this is sort of on the same floor. It's like a slight incline towards the generator room, which is on the other side of this basement. And Alex, you begin jogging. You notice the floor is, again, just a bit cracked. And even more so as you sort of round a corner of this garage.
Oh, my God.
And as you do, you begin noticing things on the wall. Sort of almost vine-like tendrils begin sort of running towards the darker parts of this basement.
Oh, my God.
Joe, you and I begin towards this generator as the smell becomes like almost too strong.
If I can smell that, it must be vile for you.
I have no fucking idea what that is. And as we round the corner towards the generator, we see a crack in the earth, a sinkhole that is formed. And Alex, you are actually on the other side of it. As we almost see it, we can't see each other because we're sort of on a corner of it, but we all at the same time see this almost perfect circle cut out of the earth. Joe, you and I are near the generator. It's actually not too far, but in this sort of cut out sunken circle, we see hundreds of pale figures, all nestled and snuggled together in this hollow of the earth that sits hundreds of feet down. All of these vampire-like creatures sleeping on top of each other. The walls are ridden with moss and vines that crawl up. Corpses litter the outside along with bones and holes that are now viewed deep within the earth have been opened with this sinkhole's emergence underneath this hotel, this point of origin for these creatures.
So, yeah.
And we all sort of stop silently on either side of this hole.
I just look at you two, and I'm like, and I start backing up back to the exit that we came in.
Yeah, but I like motion to the generator, like, we can't leave.
Turning the generator on will wake them all up.
And I'm like, turn the generator on and run to the car. I'll start the car. Joe, you go to the on switch of the gate.
And I turn to you, Joe, and I'm like, look, it doesn't make sense for both of us to be here then. Go to the switch so that the minute the power is on, you can open it right away.
Promise me you're going to be safe.
I can't.
Promise me.
I promise. You bitch. And I pull you close and I kiss you with full tongue.
It's really nasty.
And then I bend you over. No.
Oh, wow.
And just start getting my last in.
No, we don't do that.
I'm like, I fucking love you guys.
I fucking love you too, man. Out loud. And I begin like shimmying across the edge. It's like a thin ledge towards the generator, which is just on the edge of this like sinkhole. Joe, what do you do?
I quickly power walk back to the van. I fill Alex in case he didn't see the mounds of writhing, like...
He's like, oh!
Yeah. And then I tell him about the sacrifice that you're about to make and how proud I am of you. And then I run to the door and I get in position.
And Alex,
sacrifice Oh, you're talking to me. I'm like, Harlan's making the sacrifice. I'm like, after I make my spiel and I see you guys make out far too hard for that situation.
Not like that.
It's like a full 20,
Like
20
what Lucas
seconds.
posted here.
It's so gross.
And I like race to the car. And you know what I do? I start it up. And I put it into gear and I drive it right up to the edge, right up to where Joe's standing. So that as soon as the car comes on.
But
You
then
know what?
Harlan won't be able to get in.
Yeah, so
No.
here's what I'm going to do just
What?
for funsies. Give me a roll, Alex, because you started this car, turned it off, shut the door, and then left. And I'm envisioning that you ran up and opened the door again. But you know what? Sometimes these cars automatically lock, and sometimes they have alarms. So why don't you just give me a straight up and down roll,
Oh, I didn't
5 or
say that I
6,
turned it off.
and this thing locks. You did say you turn off the car. You didn't say you locked
But
it.
I didn't.
Yeah, but,
But
it'd
I
be fun.
didn't say that I had the keys with me. So
What'd you get? Say
He
it.
is 6. No.
Wait, let's see. Hold on. Do it again.
fucking hell.
6.
I got the 6.
So as everyone gets into position and I'm like inching, I'm not even there, but I'm like inching along it. Alex, you go to grab the car door to open it, and like you pull it and it doesn't open. You just hear, and everything starts moving. I like bolt it, like, and I'm like moving along, and I turn. And I'm like, how the fuck do you start this thing? And I'm like priming it,
Right.
pumping it. Joe, you're running towards the door open. Alex, you're like unlocking it as the
I'm
alarm
trying
starts.
all the different doors.
Yeah.
Tell me one of these doors is
It's just like 10 different alarms, like
Don't
boo.
open me! Don't open me! Don't open me! Don't open me! And as
Please step away from the car.
they start
Please step away from the
climbing
car.
up the side, Alex, as you are like
fuck.
pulling open the door, and you see 2 of them just like running towards you, like arms flailing, like and they're coming up you, Alex. Give me a dexterity roll. Give me a vitality roll first, just a straight up and down.
Vitality. No penalty. Where's my player card? Vitality.
Yeah.
I failed by 2.
Yeah. So this one, like, as you're like opening the door, it just like swipes at you, and you're like, You don't take any damage though. It just sort of like cuts your shirt. Like, it's my favorite shirt. And
As I'm like approaching this like iron door, I can see that like creatures from outside are starting to congregate on the lip of this garage
oh yeah,
like laneway, and they're starting to come down.
for real, yeah. I'm inching along, and weirdly enough, they haven't really seen me, right? Because I'm like in the shadows, and I turn.
Yeah,
around
because
and
Alex
click
is
the
actually
button.
like distracting them.
Oh, and so are you. You guys are both sort of moving a little bit, and I pull out the plunger and I like prime it, and I like redo the thing.
plunger, the choke.
I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
it works. And then I start the
Pull on the
generator up,
ripcord.
and immediately like, and the lights like turn on, and Joe, you see like standing in the dark corner right next to you is one, and just lunges at you. It's like, and it swipes at you. Give me a
tried to-
vitality roll.
I try to stab it,
Not yet.
but I want to.
I know.
I failed.
That's fine. Again, it just swipes at you, doesn't do any damage. Now, Alex, Joe, you can do dexterity rolls for attacking. So give me 1 for the attack, 1 because you're attacking with a weapon, presumably, and
And negative because
a
there's
negative because you're attacking.
I've got 2 weapons. I've got a knife and this credit card sized cutter thing that
Sure.
goes in your wallet.
That's so useful.
I
I'm
succeed
talking
by
about?
1, and
you
I
take a wound.
and I also take a wound.
Okay, tell me how that happens. And Alex,
Yeah, so the creature slashes at me, and because it's up so close and the pitchfork is so big, all I really have a chance to do is I like turn around with the pitchfork and like clobber it in the head with the like dull end, like the
Nice.
handle. But it does end up hooking its claws in my shoulder, and it like tears a chunk of flesh off of me. But I kind of managed to like push it back.
woof, cool. But yeah. So you do claw it. Alex, how do you do?
So I rolled a 2 and a 6,
Nice.
which is like a win and a lose.
Yeah. So you take a little bit of damage, but you hurt this thing as well.
Yeah, and let's just say like it does claw at me again, right across my chest, cutting my Chronicle Brewery sweater again.
No.
So now it's like shredded, and now I've got like nasty infected claw cuts on my
Hopefully
chest.
you don't turn into a vampire.
But I managed to sink my knife into its chest right up to
and
the
it's
hilt.
like black, dark blue blood. It's just like,
And it's I don't lose the knife. It's like one of these,
Yeah.
It's just like in and out.
uh,
And then I run around the car unlocking the doors. Is there any door that's unlocked?
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like
so-
the passenger door is unlocked.
Okay, so I get in the passenger side and close the door behind me.
Cool. And
And
moments later,
climb
you
over to
see
the
me
driver's
like
seat.
running, and Joe's running, and the two of us are sort of running towards the car. And you start up the car.
Yeah, and I reach back and I open the sliding door.
Nice.
And I, as I'm driving away from the two vampire creatures and approaching you guys, I slide that door open
Yeah.
for
Perfect.
you to
Yeah.
dive in.
And I do. And I run up and I go to dive in. Joe, what do you do?
As Alex is driving forward and reaching back to open up the back sliding door, he narrowly avoids absolutely hitting me with the van. I have to like dance out of the way, and then I just dive through the
Nice.
opening.
As the like.
Oh, but we
chain
didn't
door-
see that this van is full of panes of glass, and you guys both
No!
slam into panes
Oh,
of glass.
smash. And like the chain door is just opening as you like sail out. It like skids across the top a little bit.
Yeah.
And I like slam the door as we're driving, and you're like looking back, Alex. You're like, "Are you okay?" And we're like plowing through a bunch of these. Like,
Yeah.
And as we
And,
get
like-
out on the door on the road, you see them like clawing on the side, and
I
you turn,
comedically say, "I've always wanted to do this." I'm not
and you
gonna lie,
and you start hitting people, pedestrians.
just like the zombie movies.
Yeah, and as you turn and skid, Alex, give me a vitality roll, Alex.
But yes, and I want to make this very clear with the Hollywood syndrome. I know what happens when you plow through a crowd of zombies. I know what kind of damage that does to a car.
Yeah.
So I'm very mindful that I'm like hitting these things, so I'm not like causing damage to the car. I'm like trying to make it so they're bouncing off the car, not going under or piling up or like
Okay, that's fair.
killing
Give me
the
a
radiator.
vitality
Do you
roll.
understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Vitality. Fucking lost again. I rolled a 3. I needed a 2 or lower.
Yeah. So what happens is, as you're like plowing up, it's slowing the car down quite a bit too, right? It's like, and
Despite my knowledge of it.
these things are very smart, and like they claw at the door, and one opens it and grabs you and tosses you out as the car is like just sort of running along, and I run up to the front and I like grab the wheel and turn the last second, but Joe, we see Alex sort of fall out into the area.
Oh
of vampires.
no.
This is the point of the movie where people say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wasn't that door fucking locked?"
Yeah, except
Okay.
except
It's okay. We're going with it. We're going.
well, I
with it.
could
I'm
have had
just
them
saying.
break the window, but
Continuity
that would
errors.
have been less fun for like the safety later on, right? You unlocked it
Anyway.
because you went. This is what you did. You got in the car. You went to
That's
open
not
the
gonna
back
happen to me,
door,
man.
but it wasn't. So you went unlock all, and then you like opened the back door, right?
Oh, okay. Good,
See?
good catch. Good catch.
So you fall out as the vampires sort of surround you, and I like turn
Director's cut.
trying to ran them over, and the vampires are like kind of like nervous and like dancey around you. You know,
What?
like, just like they are in the movies where they want to fight you,
What
but they
movie
don't.
is this?
Okay.
Nervous
then-
and,
and this is-
dancy?
You know,
And this is again where the Hollywood syndrome I think is going to help me. I start to acting with intent, you know. I'm like they'll believe I'm one of them. And I'm like, and I stand up, I start moving like them, right? And maybe causing confusion. I mean, who knows, right? Like I'm thinking like if you're ever in the wild and there's a bear, you're supposed to make yourself look big and make lots of noise, right? They're just creatures. So if I can confuse them enough to make them think, like stop and think, maybe you give me a second chance.
maybe.
To, like,
I mean, the rain
pull.
is pouring down anyway, so they're like looking, and they're kind of like, and this is where they're like dancing. Give me a roll. Give me a roll for dramatic
willpower or
personae.
logic. It's in that Hollywood syndrome.
Sure.
The
Yeah,
mental,
whichever you
mental
want.
zone.
Do it.
It's logic because I rolled a 4 and I'm going with it. I have a
Nice.
4. so-
Yeah. Okay. And they're kind of like confused for a moment as like I sort of pull the car over. I'm now in the driver's seat. And Joe, what are you doing?
I'm screaming in terror and
Just watching Alex die.
Yeah, I guess so.
You're not gonna do anything.
Well, you're watching me, and you're like standing by the door, hopefully ready to prop it open as soon as I get close.
No, I open because I'm in the back seat, right? So I open the back passenger door, it's like really heavy sliding door, and I like take aim with the pitchfork and I just throw it at the crowd of vampires that's nervously dancing around your brother.
Oh,
Okay, give me a dexterity throw. One for the attack and
Don't.
one for the weapon.
don't hit me.
I couldn't. I fail.
Both of them?
Yep.
Oh no. You throw the pitchfork and it just clatters, but like a bunch of them turn and run after us.
Oh,
and,
no.
And you're like,
does
cheese
that
it.
bunk,
And I like
bunk.
slam on the gas and I start spinning as they like are chasing our van, but they like leave Alex. He's like twitching on the ground. And Alex, you're
He
sort of
thinks he
alone
did a
for
good job.
second as you
I'm
see
like,
these
yes,
like it was
I
only like 3 of them like running after the van. As I'm like, you see me doing like a big circle to come back around and pick you. What do you do, Alex?
I watch you, and I see these vampires. Did you follow the van, Joe?
Yeah, she's
No,
in the van.
I'm in the van
Oh, you're
and I've
still in the van.
distracted them with my clever ruse.
So I see you doing a big U, and I'm like,
I'm lining it
Okay.
up. So like I'm actually going to the main road too. Like on the other side of this parking lot, like I'm exiting and there's a main road, so you just have to run straight to sort of basically get into the van. But your eyes are like following. You know, you see Joe out the back, like these double doors open. She's like throwing things from the back of the van at these vampires.
I'm like
just
throwing
that
shit
scene
from my
in
purse.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like the doors are swinging wildly open, and I'm driving.
Hey, you motherfuckers!
I'm like, got my hand at the window signaling you, Alex. I'm like, yeah. And as your eyes are like following this van, your eyes just glance across a vampire. It's like 5 feet in front of you, one with a bloody hole in its chest, and it stares at you. This is the one that you skewered, and it is not fooled by you. And as like you see this van's timing, you sort of lock eyes with this thing. It's like.
Does it still have the fireplace poker stuck in it?
Sure.
And that's when I give it. That's when I give it my meanest Clint Eastwood. Fuck! What does he say?
Make my day.
Are you ready to? No, my meanest Clint Eastwood face, and then I say, "You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?" And I slash at it with my knife, right across the throat area.
Give me a dexterity with advantage.
Does that mean I roll 2?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I miss.
You miss, and it lunges at you, and like scrapes at you. I'm just gonna say you take 2 damage because you wouldn't be able to do anything about
Yeah,
it.
and like it's interesting now because I'm thinking to myself, okay, you know what? These are just creatures, and they're not like even that bad. They've scratched me, but they're not overpowering me like, I don't know, like a werewolf, right? I'm not.
I mean,
because I know what a werewolf would do.
I mean, they
right?
feel very strong. Yeah.
They do, but it's like fighting a nasty person, not fighting.
Maybe. Yeah. Sure.
But I guess there is fear in the unknown, and then some of that fear drops off ever
you
so
do
slightly.
And
in the
Antonio
known.
Banderas in the 13th Warrior is what you're saying.
Maybe.
They're just men. They're just men.
That's right.
They're not creatures.
That's right.
I love that scene.
You said.
So what do you do? We're all on pins
um,
and needles. The van is coming around. Joe has opened the side door. She's like slow motioning you.
I've
But
got
you're-
like a grand piano in my hands. I'm throwing it out the side of the van.
But
grand
you're like
piano.
on your hands and you're like on your back. This creature's like clawing at your face, like
and
ready
that's
to
and
tear
that's
you
when
apart.
I pull out my grandiose distraction and I start singing. I'm singing in the rain, and I lunge him off me, right? And then like I just like let my voice like echo, and hoping that it's just again gonna cause confusion. And I scramble to my feet and I dart towards where, like a quarterback would be intercepting the ball. I dart towards where the van will be once I reach that point.
Okay,
I
give
like
me-
that.
Give me a a dexterity to push it off, I guess.
Alex's strategy is almost always, I confuse the monster by virtue of also confusing my DM. And maybe they won't interrupt me while I keep talking and explain how I succeed.
So true.
And then
like
it works.
If I just say how I get there, they can't stop me. But yeah, you.
I think a small part of me wanted me to do that.
Yeah.
I want you to do that.
Roll.
Roll for it.
Squish my head. I succeeded with a 2 with dexterity. So I scrambled to my feet.
I'm gonna say you push him, but he's still on you. So you scramble to your feet, you push him, you're sort of grappling, you're trying to make it. He's like in front of you because
I'm
you
singing.
stabbed him. You're stinging at his face. And actually what happens is he lifts his legs off for a second and you run and you grapple him into the van. You dive in and you bring him into the van.
Oh shit.
As Joe's sitting there and she has a pipette in her hand and she's
I just
stabbing
stab
the thing over and over, and the neck is black and blue blood start filling the pipette, and she brings it up and
I say science, bitch.
And we skid off the road as we sort of continue driving into the slowly rising midnight sun.
And it's been raining this whole time, which makes it all the more cinematic.
30.
And as we leave the small town of Massachusetts, the rest of the world seems relatively normal.
Yeah.
For it seems
for
that
how long?
most people who stumbled into this part of the city, or of the town, I should say, were ill-fated and unable to leave. We return later, not ourselves, but send people our way to investigate exactly what happened. And although this part of the country is still closed down for investigative reasons, the three of us know exactly what happened over in the town of Sandusfield, Massachusetts. And that is it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
Very good, Harlan.
Good job, guys.
Great
I just picture
game.
I just picture that office computer. It's blinking, and there's a Discord server saying, "Come to Massachusetts." Someone. It's not even blinking. It's active. You don't see who's using it. It's just the computer screen. It's
Ghost says, "Come." So funny. I clearly this was a story that was torn in many different directions because I was haunted
Spooky
hotel,
hotel.
vampire farm, whatever.
It's so funny because when I came home from work today, Harlan was talking about wanting to run an end of the world game and blah blah blah, and we were talking about different kinds of apocalypses. And I was thinking about
It's my text to you earlier.
Post-apocalyptic books that I'd read, and I was like, man, I really want to reread Cat's Cradle. And his eyes got really big, and he was like, you want to read what book? I was like, Cat's Cradle. He's like, part of the game that I wrote has an NPC with a name,
Catherine
Cradle.
Just because the book is right there behind my eye line, and I'm very
funny.
creative. No, so
Carl, I said, do you have an idea? And you're like, I may do the end of the world. And I'm like, well, whatever works. Zombies, vampires, werewolves, murder. So many options.
and I was like, yeah, all right, okay, all those.
All the above.
No, so okay, I'll say really quickly because Jessica's asked what the lore was. So this does have a lore, but I originally was like, I'll do a ghost one. I was like, I'll do a ghost one. There'll be in a haunted hotel, and it will be a ghost one. And then I realized the fun of End of the World is getting to go wherever you were, and if you're trapped in a hotel the whole time with ghosts, that'd be stupid. So I was like, okay, the twist will be they're vampires, not ghosts. And then I was like, well, that's not very End of the Worldy, so it'll just be vampires. But clearly I wrote the beginning. So here's the actual lore, if I were to logic this out, is that this hotel in Mass has a sinkhole in it and uncovers these sort of descent-like bat vampire creatures that live under the earth. You know, it's a fake creature, but that's what it is. They come out at the end of September when the sinkhole emerges. They kill everyone in the building. The building goes mass hysteria. They try to get out in time, but these vampires just overrun everyone and kill them. They're very smart creatures to an extent as they sort of learn and understand what's going on. And this is where it gets a bit shaky because I had two ideas, and one was that these are vampires with the traditional familiars, and that these are like alien or monster creatures from like The Descent. So I also had this idea that maybe they were transmittable disease-wise.
That's funny because when you were talking about the monsters, I was like, this sounds like The Descent.
Well, I was like, but I wanted them
They're
to be
so
vampires,
spooky.
but like not vampires in a typical way, because I think vampires are kind of lame too in certain respects. So
More
then
like
I was like, well, what happens?
Nosferatu
Like,
Nicodermus, man.
we have this idea of like monsters coming and then just like taking over and everybody knows about it. But I'm like, well, if they killed one hotel, what's gonna happen? Like maybe a few weeks go by and the like owner of the hotel up, you know, a few towns away or cities away might call in and be like, why aren't they picking up? And might come in and then he'd probably die. Like it's not really hard to be like that. And then slowly I kind of imagine the younglings spreading out a little bit more to the point where like they go to the farm and like kill the people who lived in the farm and bring them back. And they're sort of just bringing a circle wider and wider and wider. And the reason we're there was just really bad luck. I had the idea that, you know, what if we were on this tour of like visiting people and someone that just really didn't like us just gave us fake coordinates, you know, like we got catfished basically. And they were like, oh, hey, you got to come stay by me. And here's my address. And they just fucked with us. And we go out there and we're like, oh, there's nothing here. Like that sucks. The only thing I will say that I kind of whatevered because I wanted to be spooky was the slit tires. Because I don't think they would be smart enough to cut tires. But I also, but the car wasn't going anywhere anyway, and it added that much more creepiness to be like, what the fuck's
Why
going
did they
on?
slash the tires?
I don't know, whatever.
Because they wanted to. They were hungry for air.
They're so
isn't that-
hungry for air.
They knew that there was
They're
some
like,
right in there.
Good shit, man.
Old air. We're so used to old air.
Well, you joke, but like I had it that the farmer was actually like a familiar, like he was one. So I kind of had it going both ways that if you didn't pick up that lock, he was going to lock you in to the hotel because that's where everything was happening. And he was going to be like a person where he's like, hey, like, I need to show you something. So he also
rubs lotion on its skin.
well, you know, it's like to keep these vampires at bay that have been out for like a month. He like feeds them travelers. So I kind of thought that would be fun too, right?
Yeah.
So I admittedly did that because it might have worked out in my favor, but ultimately didn't. So no one's gonna ask anyway because you guys are now dead. These characters are dead because the game's over.
As I was funny you say that. As I was somebody else on the stream on the Discord said, and nobody died. I was like walking through the underground parking lot before you discovered the pit of vampires, and I was thinking to myself, like all the cracked concrete. I'm like, I could legitimately die here.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe a pit's gonna open up, and I'm just gonna fall into a chasm.
Yeah.
Of
I mean,
emptiness.
we can always die in End of the World, but I was kind of like, whatever. I'm more curious to see what happens if we get off to
That's
the
the
sunset.
thing. But I was like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's always good to die in a game like this.
I'm okay.
I think I was the first one who died in our Invictus Con End of the World game.
Probably. I always kill you first.
Well, that's why I was so sad when you ran into the cornfield because I was like, oh, Harlan's going to die.
Yo, but realistically, that was the smartest move. Why would you guys go to the barn? They clearly would see you. in
We
the
were
barn.
scared, Harlan.
I don't know.
Just made the right
Like
decision.
running to nowhere is scarier than running somewhere.
I
You know,
guess,
like,
but they're just
where are you gonna
watch.
run to? You're just gonna keep running?
Ghostbusters.
I'll run back to Canada.
Alex, they're doing this Inktober thing that you should contribute to. It's pretty fun. I just tagged you.
Oh.
On Discord, everyone is adding one picture to an MS Paint
Oh.
picture, and I know you love MS
Oh,
Paint. So.
Alex does really good
really impressive.
drawings too.
So Alex, I just tagged you. Do that. You just download it, add a drawing, and then you tag another person. I guess tag Carly afterwards. But anyway, great game, guys. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, good job, Harlan.
Nice to sort of just.
I
do
was
something.
actually legit spooked at the beginning, so.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? Can only keep people
Yeah.
spooked for so long.
It's 2020, says Heather. I'm okay with falling into a chasm.
It's the way it goes.
For real, though.
Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, guys. This was a lot of fun. New episode of Dice Shame tomorrow. Justin just sent it to us, so we're good.
It does exist.
Does exist. Next week we are back with a new something again. Probably
We're
Call
gonna
of
be.
Cthulhu.
It's gonna be a fancy, fun game with our fun friends from our podcast friends.
Our fancy fun friends who were here
Fancy,
tonight.
fun and fancy free.
Fran and Francie Free.
James and Liz, who you know and love.
Their names.
They hung out with us tonight, which was
Yep.
always nice.
Yep.
Always nice when they hang out with us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, James just said we are so excited. It's gonna be awesome.
They better be excited because it's gonna be terrible. Not really.
No, it's gonna be great.
We don't know what it is. Beyond that, I think that is it from us. Alex, you have any projects that you want to talk about real quick?
No.
There's a fun
really.
podcast he's been working on.
Yeah, what's your new
Yeah,
podcast,
it's called The
Alex?
Dice Shame.
The Dice Shame.
The Dice Chame.
Deshame.
The newest episode is not the one that's coming out now, but the next one's actually really funny. So
They're all
that,
funny.
Joe?
I've been lighting
Smoky.
matches.
She likes
Oh,
lighting matches.
you and Harlan, eh? The fuck, eh?
Yeah, see, I just want to
Sounds
say.
like fucking lit matches everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it smells nice and it's fun.
I'll tell you what. I'll get you a big batch of that the flammable shit at the end of a match.
What is that?
I don't know.
Gun.
Gunpowder.
Give me gunpowder.
Just
Alex.
get us a big batch of gunpowder, Alex.
Do it. Yeah, I think that's
Well,
it. We don't have anything else.
I
to say.
suppose that's it for our Wednesday night stream, ladies
Thanks
and
for
gentlemen.
hanging out with us on Wednesday.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Next week is the Halloween one, I guess.
Yeah.
Spooky
So you got
Halloween.
special guests for the Halloween episode.
That's
Excellent.
right.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just make a cameo with a bottle
Oh.
of booze.
Sure.
The bottle of
You should
booze.
join the end when you're drunk and just ruin it all.
That's a good
Maybe
idea.
I'll do that.
Make
I'll
it
just
better.
go rambling, and you'll be like, "Alex, shut up," and I'll be like, "No, Harlan, I don't know how to shut up."
If we had a fun, I mean, it sucks that it's great that Halloween is on a Saturday this year, but it's also sucks. We'll probably do you and I will do a spooky stream at some point on Halloween, probably. Maybe even at the end of the night. Who knows?
Yeah, spooky. Yeah. Okay, gotta go to work and bed.
All right. That is it from us. And as my good brother Alex always likes to say,
Oh, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Please, I'm being abducted by aliens.
good night.
Good night.